also here, welcome to the first episode of the Boomercast, the Talkcast, podcast, whatever you want to call it, with TommyKay. We already did some stuff with feedback, but that was more like a thing between me and him. But this is our own little thing. This is the TommyKay Boomercast. Hello! Hey! How you doing? How you doing? Don't touch me, you fucking weirdo. Woo! Gotta wait till the band is done. That's what they do. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you... Get the fucking phone away. I present to you a legend of Paradox content creation. I present to you a man that has been around long before a Zoomer like me was on Twitch, on YouTube. I represent to you a man that I actually, and I mean this, I'm not a fucking liar, dude. A man that I actually see as a friend, a great dude. I represent to you the one and only Alex, the motherfucking Rambler.
How you doing?
How are you doing, sir? God damn.
I'm okay, thanks. Doing all right. Doing all right.
Nice to have you, bro. Nice to have you. Say hello, chat. Alex the Rambler, my dude.
Nice.
We came
Privileged
together
to be your first guest.
Goddamn, dude. Goddamn. I feel like I told you. I feel like nervous. I don't know what to, you know. But I did this once with feedback as a test, and we just talked, and then randomly it just comes together. You just talk and see what happens. You know. Have you ever been interviewed in your life, Alex?
I was on a Paradox panel at a Paradox Con in like 2018. Like
you're sitting on a stage and people ask questions?
Yeah, I was sitting up there with a few other YouTubers, and it was like how to start and like run a YouTube channel. So that kind of stuff. I've been interviewed before, but that's about it. I've been on a panel.
There you go. How did you feel there? Are you gonna get shy and stuff like this?
I was very hungover that day. My voice was shot because I'd been doing karaoke all the night before. Yeah, but after some like lemon, honey, and ginger tea, I was good to go. So.
Yep. Dude, Alex is a great karaoke guy. When you meet Alex first, you think he's shy, but once, like, you know, there's 2 beers, that guy's becoming a party animal, dude. I'll never forget that. That's really where I learned Alex. Like when we met at ParadoxCon last year, I thought you're shy, which is totally fine, right? And then there was this moment I never forget. Me and Lisa were like ready to go. We were kind of done. And we're just sitting on the side, and the whole Paradox staff, they're like having a karaoke contest, like really big with a stage and hundreds of people, right? And Alex just comes next to us, and I was thinking Alex is tired. And Alex just like, well, guys, it's time. And he takes off his jacket, and he just walks up on stage, and he starts doing the biggest karaoke number ever. Everybody's going crazy, just fucking wrecking it. And me and Lisa were just like, what the fuck just happened? I thought this guy was shy, and now he's doing the greatest lip sync shit ever, man. Unluckily, there's no videos of that, man.
The singing was absolutely terrible, but yeah. It was
karaoke. You did.
I don't really care how I sound. It's all about getting in with it. They had a full band playing, which is kind of bonkers.
What was actually? I don't remember. There was a real band.
Yep.
Damn,
there's a real band playing.
I feel like there's a career in that, man. You were singing, give me a man after midnight or something. Yeah, man. That was, dude. There's big alpha and Alex, dude. I'm telling you, there is.
It's just like flicking a switch. I'm very shy and introverted usually, but it's just like, you know, if you're going to perform, it's like a snap, and then you just turn into someone a little bit more exuberant.
Would you say that content creators, or let's say entertainers as a whole, they need to have that certain gene or whatever it is that makes them an entertainer? That you have this thing where you are not afraid to entertain people, which you obviously have, as I saw on stage there. Would you think that people are predetermined to become an entertainer?
I guess to a certain extent, but it's also having, as nervous as people might be, some people never will get over the nerves. So those kind of people won't really ever perform, even in just streaming. You've also got to, I guess so. Some people are definitely more likely to want to entertain than others. Like I've always enjoyed it since I was like 5 or 6. So I used to act till I was about 16. So yeah, I guess I've got that gene, if there is such a thing.
It's interesting you say that you already, when you were young, like 5, you already saw that, because I feel the same, and every time you look at entertainers, comedians, whenever they tell us about their life stories, they were always these kids that wanted to entertain their parents, their friends. When they were 6, they were already like entertaining people. It's very interesting how these people actually end up often in these entertainment business jobs. It's very interesting.
And it's like when I was in my early teens, where we used to go on holiday, they always did like a talent show one evening in their like auditorium. So I always used to get up and play on the drums in front of like 500-600 people. So
how old were you then?
13, 14.
You played the drums at 13 in front of 700 people?
Around that, yeah.
God damn, you can play the drums? You did it like good?
I would say I was above average.
But goddamn, 700 people audience, that's more than some people will ever get.
And then in my late teens, I used to be in a band as well. So
dude, already dropping all this information. You were in a band.
Yeah, I was in a band.
As a drummer.
Yes.
Hello,
as a drummer,
Tommy.
yeah.
Hello, Alex.
So what age are we talking here? Or are you still a teen, or are you already a young adult?
That's like 17, 18.
Oh, okay. But it didn't go so well?
We did like some local shows, some Battle of the Bands, that kind of stuff.
Oh man, that's like serious. Jeez.
Yeah, it was stuff like I guess like 80s rock/metal, so like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, that kind of stuff.
The question to always ask there is, did they ever upload a YouTube video about that?
No, we had a Facebook page. No, sorry, not a Facebook page, a MySpace page.
MySpace.
Yeah.
Do people even remember that? Goddamn. Dude, already telling us he was acting and he was in the band. You see, this is why we do this stuff. You learn stuff about. I didn't even know that about you. What I never really understood about you whenever we talk this, you're either in Canada or the UK. You always you're like a rope between these two countries, right?
Yeah. It's just I'm trying to move to Canada permanently, but I've encountered a lot of difficulty doing it.
Because you're actually you're an Englishman from the UK, but you love Canada, and your girlfriend lives in Canada, right?
Yeah, she's Canadian. Yeah.
And could you guys see each other during Corona and stuff, or was that really fucking with you guys?
No.
Oh wow.
We haven't seen each other for half a year now.
Aye. And it's legit nothing you can do about that, right? Wow.
They've just changed they've just changed it so they're allowing people that have been in a relationship for over a year to go to Canada. But my immigration lawyers are advising me against going because I've got a work permit that's about to be submitted, my work permit application. So if I go to Canada while that work permit application is being done, there's a good chance when I get to the border security will think that I'm not going to leave and just start working, which I wouldn't. So they're advising me not to go. So hopefully... Sounds like a linity. No, it's nothing like that.
Damn, I mean, you're even using words like immigration lawyer, so this is a very serious topic.
Yeah, I mean, it is the past 2 or 3 years I have sunk in so much time, stress, and money into trying to move to Canada. It'll shock you. Like, it'll be, I don't know. I don't need to say the amount, but it's thousands of.
That's crazy, man. Like I don't know anything about these topics, but you would think that immigrating into a country like Canada, when you have a good income, you have a steady job and shit, you don't have a criminal record, would be a lot easier.
Well, I did have a 2-year open work permit. It's what you can do. Like you could do it if you wanted to, because you're not 30 yet. You could just go to Canada and have like an open work permit. I believe. I think Germany still has that with Canada. So I had that. Then my work permit was expiring and I couldn't get sponsored by the company to stay. So I just had to keep going to and fro the UK and Canada whenever I was, because I've dated a few people in Canada, so it's like I have to keep going back to visit them. So
you should have married one of them. You will be clear.
Yeah, marriage isn't as simple as that though. Like, you know, even if it would be for a visa, I don't know. It's not really something that I particularly want to do.
What I don't get, what is making it so hard? What exactly is it? Their laws? What would you need to do different?
Being in our line of work, the immigration codes aren't in the 21st century. So the only thing that I would kind of be like would be a videotape editor. That's as up to date as their occupation codes have got up to, like videotape editors.
So wait, this whole thing is fucking up because they in their bureaucracy do not have a definition for your type of work.
Kind of,
They
yeah.
can't put you in a certain area.
Kind of. What I've had to do is set up a limited company in Canada, then apply to hire myself to work for that company.
I know that stuff, yeah.
That's been approved, so now I just need to apply for the actual work permit. But yeah, it's been a very expensive and stressful and time-consuming process.
But it sounds like there's gonna be light at the end of the tunnel.
Hopefully.
But
Yeah, it's just coronavirus has messed it all up this year.
Yeah,
otherwise I could still keep going back and forth as like a tourist.
Yeah, but goddamn, seeing your partner not for 6 months, that must be very... Jesus.
Yeah, definitely puts bit of a strain on the relationship, especially the time difference.
I mean, obviously yeah. Do you know when you will see each other again?
She's thinking of visiting England in December when she can take time off work.
Well, that sounds at least like something. Crazy,
yeah,
man.
so she's thinking of spending like a month in the UK in December.
Crazy. Like I was complaining that I couldn't send merch to Canada because of Corona laws, but man, that's such a small thing compared to people not even meeting each other anymore. Like a lot of couples out there, right? If there's 2 nationalities, they had big issues during Corona, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Alex, but now you're here and we're together. It's beautiful. And I didn't actually ask you, how are you feeling lately? How is your feeling? Do you feel good? Are you happy? How is the whole feeling with Corona the last months? How is your average mood lately, Alex?
Pretty. I don't know, not great.
That doesn't sound good. Would you say mostly indicated by the Canada stuff, the girlfriend stuff, Corona, all that
kind of
stuff?
Yeah, I'm on medication for anxiety now for the first time in my life. That's not so that is what it is. I've been having to go and have like tons of medical tests and stuff because I've been getting like this constant pain in my right side, which all the scans have come through clear, but the pain is still there, so I don't really know what's going on. And every day is just the same, really. It's just freaking boring.
Jeez.
Just and then YouTube has been my viewership's halved over the past 6 months, so that's kind of. I used to be extremely stressed about that, but now I'm just kind of again. It's that common saying nowadays. It is what it is. So I'm just carrying on trekking, doing my best, and not trying to worry about things too much. But yeah, it's just
that's a good mindset. What will you do? I always want to know what makes people that I care about, like you, happy. If you would like have to name 3 things that will make your overall mood better, I mean, it looks obvious, but what will need to happen where you will say, oh, finally, it's looking much better? Obviously, the Canada thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't know what, strip clubs, winning the lottery, buying a yacht.
That sounds very materialistic.
I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think the day that I can land in Canada and just spend the day walking around nature, that'll be like the a very nice experience.
And that day
able to go back into those
might
kind of
come
forests.
sooner than later, as it sounded until now. That you're very, very close to maybe getting that stuff done.
Hopefully 2 months away from getting a work permit. If everything goes to plan.
Did you just knock on the floor 2 times?
No, I was touching wood.
Touching wood?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you just did this. Like, it's in Germany, it's like, for good luck. I hope this works.
Yeah.
Oh, you just did that?
Yeah.
Everybody on chat, I want to get a knock from you guys.
FBI, open up!
How have you been doing? How have you been finding the whole coronavirus, this 2020?
My dentist asked me this morning. I feel nothing. Corona hasn't faced me a second. Obviously, there's some stuff like you can't visit your grandma. You gotta be. There was a time where we went to the supermarket and there's security and shit, and all the toilet paper is gone. Obviously, that was phasing me, but Corona never really touched me. I never go out a lot anyway. I still visit my family. I never cared. Where I live, there's almost no Corona. There was never any restrictions here. Corona was very good, luckily for us. Like, everybody's home and watching streams and stuff. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But, dude, other than that, I just have this feeling that it's... I mean, I take it very serious. Corona is serious, in my opinion. I'm not like an idiot who's so fake. But I'm getting tired of every day opening the news and it's just Corona, Corona, Corona. Trump, 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 Corona, Trump, Corona. And that really... I don't even watch it anymore and stuff. But it seems like right now Germany's finally getting their fair share, man. We're getting hit hard now.
Yeah, the UK had over 21,000 confirmed cases yesterday.
Yeah. Where if I may ask, if I imagine a map of the UK, where are you right now? I always ask that people, where are you right now? You're like in the middle, right? No.
I'm in the same county that that'll be the new UK border after Brexit. I'm in Kent at the moment.
Isn't Kent in the southeast?
Southeast, yeah. So you can see if you went to Dover or Folkestone or something, you could see France on a good day.
So you're like I don't know if I'm getting this right, but you're like 1 or 2 hours away from London, right? Or if I
I could get a high-speed train and be there in under an hour. Yeah.
So this is where you've been in the last months, I guess, right?
Yeah, I've been staying with family.
How was COVID? How was COVID for you? Did it really phase you? Did your surroundings? How was that in the UK and for you?
If I'd have known I was going to be here for 6 months, I would have got like an apartment somewhere. But I didn't know I was going to be here for this long, so I've just been spending time in my family's attic. That's where I'm working. Just in an attic.
Gamer.
Yeah.
But other than that, did you feel anything else in the supermarket? How's that feeling in the UK? Because I only know the German feeling.
The British public are a bunch of morons, really.
So like everybody.
Not everyone, but you know, it's just so frustrating when you see so many people walking around with their noses out but covering their mouths with the mask. Yeah. It's like that's what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or you know, that kind of stuff. No one actually tries to keep their distance from you anymore. Which is also frustrating. Like if you're just walking around in the street, I'll have to be walking on the road because they'll just stay in the middle of the path. It's like just have a little bit of self-respect. Like have a little bit of respect for
I totally
other
get
people.
you. And I think a lot of people that listen to this or on chat, they will just agree with you. All around the world, it shows how there's a lot of morons out there, and it's, as you just said, frustrating.
And it's kind of highlighting how selfish a lot of people are.
Yes, I think Corona really showed how far behind we still are as community, as society. Education, intelligence, and all that stuff, and that scares me. That's like the main thing I get from Corona. That even if Corona's over, the fear stays of how dumb fucking people are, man. Jeez.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and although like people are right in saying that people our age or people that are younger are very unlikely to die from it, but it's that generation passing it on to their like grandparents and stuff. That's where the real danger comes in for a lot of people. You know, touch wood. I haven't. I don't know that. I don't think I've had it, and I don't think my family's had it. So, but then I've been sticking away from crowds and stuff as much as possible because, like, if I want to go back to Canada, I can't afford to get sick for weeks.
Yeah. Well, I never met anyone. Again, my area was really not. Was your area like really touched by it? Was it like a big thing?
I was in Canada for the start of the pandemic, so I was in Canada from January to May. The southeast hasn't been as bad as the north of the country recently. So it's a lot of the north that has more lockdowns than the south at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Was there a lot of cases in your part of Germany?
No, like I said, where I live, East Germany, there's if you look like at maps, we're totally fine. But it's coming now. Now it's coming. I'm starting to hear like this neighbor knows someone that has it and stuff. But my only real life connection to Corona was my mom. She is in a home for the elderly for a big chain, and that chain had a house for the elderly in Cologne, which got ravaged by Corona, but no one died. They had it. It was really bad, but not a single old guy. These are like 90-year-old motherfuckers, dude, and they didn't die. But other than that, nothing, bro.
My nan is also in the care home, but luckily they didn't have an outbreak.
Yeah, that's so scary, right? When you have like a grandma. I also have a grandma in the care home. That's scary, man. If you think, oh, what it gets in there? Should I really visit her? What if I get it in there? That's scary, man. Scary,
I think what's bonkers is that there's people alive that went through the Spanish flu, and they're now going through a second
I've read
major
that
pandemic.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, our monarch was born like shortly after the Spanish flu, I think. It's like Elizabeth.
Yeah, the Queen. Yeah, how old is she? 122 or some stuff?
Nah, she's 90, late 90s now, I think.
Late
maybe
90s?
95.
Her husband just became 100. Is that fake news? No. Didn't he just have a big birthday or something? I don't know. I just know whenever I see her husband, he looks like the Walking Dead man. Oh god, she's 93. 93.
94. It says here.
So Twitch chat once again, as always, fake news thing. We all know about that. Man. COVID. Well, let's see what happens in the future. I'm actually afraid of getting it. I always had lung issues, and I'm asking like people in chat, hey, who had corona? And I think they're not lying. Some people say they had it, and they felt very, very bad. And if you hear all these fucking horror stories of people that still have weeks afterwards have problems with their health, that's scary, man. Scary. Nobody wants to go through that.
Nope. Like, people can do whatever they want, like, but I'm making sure I stay as safe as possible.
Yeah.
I'm probably being overly cautious, but I'd rather be overly cautious than just be like,
I fully
hey,
agree.
you're gonna go to raves.
Yeah,
Like,
I fully agree. Just this morning, there's like a big video right now in Germany that's trending everywhere, where there's a young German girl from Berlin, and she's having an interview at night in front of a illegal rave, and she's like, "This is our culture. We can't live without this. Come on, man, we need this, bro." It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But as you just said, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? And you have this thing now in Germany. Do you have the same in the UK where, and as you should, right, in a democratic process, people are criticizing the government. Are they going too far? How about human rights? How about the constitution? There's all this fighting.
Yeah.
How far can you go and stuff like that, you know?
there were protests about not wearing masks and stuff. It's like, just what I think in a pandemic, maybe restricting the amount of people that are allowed to congregate in one place, especially with protests, is probably that should have been enforced.
Yeah.
My opinion. Like, that sounds a bit like a dictatorship, though.
No, I
Like,
fully
people
understand.
have a right to protest, but if you've got thousands of people marching down the street, oh wow, you're going to see spikes in those communities after that.
I fully agree with you.
Like, our PM and almost died from coronavirus because he was going to hospitals and like shaking hands without a mask, talking to coronavirus patients.
Yeah, that looked
Like,
really fucking
how
dumb.
much
I
of a
saw that in
moron
the
do you have
news.
to be
Yeah.
to do that? Like, fucking hell, Boris.
Yeah. The problem is that when people like Boris or Trump, they survive that, they feel even more empowered probably after that.
No, Boris came out and said
Oh.
like, one of the reasons why I had such trouble with it was because I was too fat.
Oh.
So now he's like lost 15, 20 pounds and is
yeah.
exercising and stuff. So he's actually he had a bit of a he's shown more humility than
Oh, that sounds good.
Trump.
I don't know if Trump is going that way, but that sounds good. Well, I guess I always guess that human beings we are a very reactive species in our government, and always something bad has to happen first, and then we learn. And I always feel like, even though I don't want it to happen, all these corona enemies, maybe they should go through that experience once, and then they will think very different afterwards. I will be getting cutting on the McDonald's. Yeah, you probably have to. But let's see. I'm scared of getting it.
I haven't had McDonald's or any kind of. Well, I've had a couple of fish and chips, but apart from that, I haven't had any fried food for about 6 months.
Me too. I'm trying to lose weight. That's why I'm not. Well, I just ate a burger. But yeah, McDonald's and stuff, not really. Fish and chips. I just ate fish and chips 2 days ago in a mall. The problem with fish and chips is the fries get cold too fast. Goddamn. Because I wanna. This is I'm such a classical boomer. Where the Boomercast, where I love talking to people that live in a different country than me. Because to me it's so alien. There's this human being in a different world, a different language, different culture. That's so cool. I think that's such a cool thing. When you grew up, what was like the food like for you? What did your mom cook? Your grandma? The food around you? What's like food that you remember from your childhood?
Oh, no, I
wonder what an Englishman from Kent says.
I don't know, like ham sandwiches, packet of
Ham
crisps,
sandwich.
some fruit, and then on a Sunday it'll be a roast dinner.
It's the cliche true that you like eat beans with tomato sauce and bacon and stuff?
Oh, baked beans.
English breakfast?
Yeah, man. That's classic. Baked beans with some rashers of bacon, some sausages, some hash browns. Yeah, man.
Like
Black pudding
it's like a
sometimes.
big thing for us when we go to a restaurant and we're like one English breakfast. It's like really, it's like luxury, man. That's like something different.
A German breakfast is more kind of like cold cuts with bread and cheese and stuff, right?
Kinda depends where you are, but the German, if a German mom makes you breakfast, it's gonna be a bunch of bread with some cheese and meat, pretty much. Eggs,
And bread
obviously.
bread in
eggs.
Europe is always a lot better than the UK or Canada.
Oh yes, you're not Europe anymore. Bread in
No.
Europe.
Well, no, sorry, continental Europe. Like bread in England is still just meh.
But I never even ate anything from the UK. Lisa's a huge fan of the UK. She loves it. She wants to live there. Everything, the biggest fan. And we always go to. We have an English store in my city, a store about English stuff, you know. And there's this big food thing, and I just can't get into it. All your candy and that stuff, man. I can't get into it. It's like what you're raised with, that's what you stay with. I can't eat foreign candy and stuff.
Yeah, like, I prefer, like, English chocolate used to be pretty good, but then I think the people that make Hershey's bought out Cadbury, and since then, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think they might have, like, changed the recipe around. I don't know, maybe other English people in chat can verify.
And people are proud of their candy. If you look at chat, dude, try out Danish candy, try out Turkish candy. My candy is the best.
Turkish Delight's pretty nice if you get, like, a decent kind of Turkish Delight, not just stuff from a supermarket.
Huh. I never eat much foreign food, man. Always German or maybe some Asian once in a while. But I don't know anything from the UK.
I think living in Vancouver for a few years, it's one of the most culturally oh my god, how have I forgotten the word? Multicultural cities I've ever lived in. So the amount of decent restaurants that are reasonably priced are just amazing. So, you know, I've tried tons of different food that I probably, because I haven't been to, you know, any of Asia or anything like that, the Asian restaurants in Vancouver are amazing.
Yeah, it always seemed like when you have cities or areas where there's more cultural stuff going on, many different cultures come on, it's very beneficial for the food and stuff. There's all these different ways to eat. That's what I see in Leipzig now. I used to live in this fucking boomer behind area as a kid where everybody was just white wing and there was only German food and the Vietnamese guy that everybody likes. And now in Leipzig there's all this hipster thing and chai latte, pumpkin pie and all that stuff, man.
That's fair. That sounds very similar to the area that I grew up. Like it's just the same, really. Like I think just our palates have changed a lot since we were growing up. Like the amount of different restaurants that are kind of cropping up, which is good, really, because there's only so many times you want to have like a boring old sandwich.
True. Well, if you look at like our parents, maybe they're so used to that stuff. Like my dad, you could give my dad a gourmet Asian food. He'd be like, oh no, I need my German potatoes. You know, these old boomers, it's very hard for them to open up again or something. I don't know.
Now, my dad will try pretty much anything. Like he loves it. He loves like a good spicy Thai dish.
Well, are you? Is your family, your parents, are they like working class, middle class? How was your childhood from your parents' status, kinda?
So my parents, I don't know. I'd probably say they were very working class, but eventually got to like a middle-ish class background over the course. Like now they're both retired. They don't have a mortgage or anything. They live in like a.
They're already retired. So your parents must have been a bit older than the average parents if they're already retired.
My parents had me when they were in their mid-30s.
Yeah, that's a bit late. Yeah, late.
So
old parents, you could say.
They're in their mid to late 60s.
Huh.
And what sounds posh. Well,
what does posh mean? He sounds posh.
Like the southern accent is probably more like the typical English accent, and some people would think it is a bit upper class or middle class than like a northern accent. But it's just a regional accent, like it. And also, I guess, no, I'm not posh.
Okay. And what did your parents do for a living, if I may ask? I don't know. I'm interested in this stuff. I don't know why.
My mum worked in accounts. My dad worked at a furniture store. Then he became a prison officer. Then he transferred back to the furniture store.
Because the prison was something... Did he ever tell you any crazy stories about the prison? Did he ever, like... So something happened?
No. Well, you know, like people would like spit on you and try and fight with you and stuff like that. He was in, I think he was
Basic
in a class B prison, so with like rapists and stuff. I'm not sure.
God damn.
But yeah, it's a tough job. I think he did it for about a decade and then was like, yeah, I've had enough of that.
Get him 1 sec. I gotta.
He could earn, he could earn more money at the furniture store. So.
Okay.
What did your parents do?
My parents are very uneducated. If it always sounds like such a diss, like I'm talking about my parents, but they are just very uneducated. My dad finished school 8th class, which is like the worst you can do in Germany, and then he became an apprentice roofer. He was a roofer for his whole life until his buddy was too fucked. Yeah, and my mom, my mom is the most East German woman. She learned, I can't even explain that. In communist Germany, there was a factory where they did plastic, where like your cheese is in. and that was her learned job. But then the wall fell, and they all lost their jobs. Then she was the accountant for a kind of mafia real estate guy. He was a real estate guy, and I remember as a kid, people never paid their rent, and he was always calling the Russian mafia or some shit. And then that guy also went broke, and then she did reschooling, and now she's taking care of the elderly. My parents always just hardcore working, never enough money came around. Yeah. But I don't know. They were still good people.
You were born after the wall came down, right? And Germany was united.
91. Yeah.
Right.
I don't remember any. Yeah, I don't. For people like me, for Germans that are born like me, 91, 92, we don't know East Germany. For us, this is the world, right? One united Germany. Obviously, you see East Germany in your childhood in the 90s. You see, I was literally raised in one of these ugly beton buildings and stuff, but to us this was normal. Obviously, wasn't crazy.
Yeah, I grew up in a tiny little village.
But that sounds cool though. It has something. Obviously, there's some negatives about it, but it sounds fun.
I think it was great in certain circumstances as a kid that I could just like get on my bike and cycle around all the various fields and just get out into nature a lot. Unfortunately, I don't know. I still got bullied by the neighborhood kids just for being me.
I know that. These fucks, they probably still live there and fuck the sheep now, so don't worry about these fuckers. But
oh yeah, no, I remember you talking about your like former bullies and stuff, and like I looked one up on Facebook.
You did?
I didn't message him or anything. I just wanted to see what he was doing. And
I remember you told me 2 days ago in chat that you should not message your bullies. I saw that.
No, you shouldn't message them.
Yeah, you should. I agree.
But no, I'm definitely more successful than him. So
that was man.
Sweet. Unfortunately, he's gone from. Unfortunately, he lost his fat and now he's muscular. So that's a bit of like a.
That's what the bullies always do. They have small dicks. They need to get good bodies, otherwise they can't keep up with. That's what it is, dude.
But yeah, like when I was having some counselling earlier on in the year, like my counsellor went, "So do you think your bullies are responsible for your success now?" And I was kind of a bit taken aback by the question because I thought it was quite an idiotic one. Because the answer for me is like, no, not at all. If anything, them driving all the confidence that I did have when I was younger out of me. It took me years to get any kind of confidence back to really kind of put myself out there and start like creating content and stuff like that. So, if anything, I think it's I'm going to big myself up here a little bit. I think it's a testament to my own willpower that I am where I am.
But that's a very interesting question by that counselor. Don't you think that because I would think in my case it's a mix of both the willpower and the childhood. Wouldn't you say that at least a little bit? Or would you say after making the experience of getting bullied, did you ever feel motivated by it? Like, I'm going to show these people I'm going to be better than them. Did you ever have that feeling?
No.
Guess that's interesting. When you look at bully victims, it seems there's two ways where some people get really motivated and hateful, like I'm full of hate towards people, and some people really get distressed and they really get debuilt and they have to build themselves, as you just said, up for many years.
Yeah, I was definitely I stopped acting, I stopped performing, I stopped like putting myself in any kind of circumstance where I'd have to.
You would say you stopped all that because of the bullying?
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy, man. The fucking power bullies have. Jesus.
It's just what they do to your confidence, really.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I'm pretty confident. Well, I'm an introvert, but I can still, well, you're an introvert too, but you still put yourself out there.
Like you will say, you would agree with the statement, now that we're like in our 30s, beginning 30s, you're like in the beginning 30s, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my early 30s.
Yeah.
Now I don't really give a fuck what people think. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you don't like me, just move. Like, just fuck off. Just like go bug someone else.
Yeah, it's like everybody always talks shit about getting older, but once you're like late 20s and 30s, and I think you will agree, you get this new mentality of I don't give a fuck. I love myself. If you're lucky, I think I'm doing well, and anyone. Wait, I muted myself. Hello?
No, you're okay. I can hear you.
Oh, he said unite and not unmute. Oh god, I'm so sorry, dude. Fucking ADHD. I'm not reading stuff. And yeah, so you have that too, this feeling of,
Yeah, I don't know.
Just feeling better.
Yeah, like when trolls try and come into my chat now, it's just like, oh, fuck off. Like, those people are very miserable. They're very miserable, and they're projecting. They're projecting their own kind of.
Oh man, he's
they're
dabbing on a
projecting
lot
their
of you guys
unhappiness.
right now.
They're projecting their own unhappiness onto other people, and it's just like, you would never do that to me IRL. Like, I know the kind of people that do that in Twitch chat, and those would be the kind of people that would come up to me or you at ParadoxCon and be like, "Oh hi, I love your videos." But then as soon as like they're behind their computer screen and they've got anonymity, they're back to like, "Oh, you fucking suck. Oh, you're such a bald wanker." Like, just like, fuck off. Like, work on yourself rather than try and put other people down.
Damn, very, very spitting facts. Very true. I fully agree. True, but it takes some years to understand that. I always think about this. This is an interesting question. Imagine, Alex, you and me or whatever, we would have become YouTubers or streamers successfully in the way that we can live off it when we're 19, 20, 21, much younger. What would you think would have happened to you if you would get this success and this lifestyle much earlier in your life? Around, for example, 20.
I didn't handle it very well when I was able to do it full time anyway. So I think if I was 19 or 20 doing it full time, I would have been even more stressed than I was anyway. Than I was a couple of years ago. I think it's mainly the uncertainty of, like, you know, YouTube could just turn around one day and be like, poof, okay, your channel's gone now. And I think if I was, you know, doing this a decade ago, it would have been a lot more stressful, and I would have had a lot more anxiety around it. But then there comes the other point of being like, well, I'm earning thousands of pounds a month now, way, and probably spending it all and blowing it all, whereas I've kind of saved, you know, as much as I can. Like, it's because I don't, you know, you and me, we don't have like pensions coming in apart from a government pension at the moment, so we have to kind of generate our own wealth and make sure we have enough of that locked down for when we get older.
Dude, man, he is spitting
which
some
I
facts
wouldn't have thought about 10 years ago.
Very true, very true. I also wouldn't like to be having this success or this lifestyle when I'm younger. Obviously, there's, as you just said, positives from it. You go to a club, you're rich, and you just get the girls and shit. But I think we would have done many mistakes there. So what you see are, we all called the Boomercast. You see two old men telling the young kids you gotta put yourself in check. You gotta save your money. Yep.
Like, it's interesting because when I was 19 or 20, I think I've only really done a lot of growing in the past 2 or 3 years. Like, I've acted like a moron. I've probably mistreated people in the past, and I look back on those memories not very fondly, but with regret that I wasn't as nice to people as I could have been. So it's, I don't know. From now on, I try and be as kind to people as I can. I still have to fight that kind of attitude sometimes of selfishness, because I have been very selfish in the past. But
God damn, everything you say, I feel so connected to you. It's like you're speaking out of my soul.
Oh,
I know exactly what you mean. That in the last years, where it comes from is a different question. But as we get older, we get wiser. We realize that you don't have to be an asshole. What does it mean to be kind? You feel so much better. You realize what really matters, man. And that is really something I wouldn't like to miss, and you probably also wouldn't. And it's nice and good to find that. There has to be people out there that they go into their 30s and they still behave like when they're 20 years old and are still arrogant or stuff like that.
I'm hoping that where I've realized that I haven't been as good to like previous girlfriends or friends and stuff as I could have been, that I try and make an effort now to kind of be the best I can for other people, and hopefully that makes me a better person. But life is a journey, right? It's,
goddamn,
if I could go back and apologize to the people that I've been a bit of an ass to in the past, I would. But I think a lot of people, it probably doesn't. They just wouldn't care. They wouldn't want an apology.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so weird. This is literally what I think about at night, and now you're talking about it. This is crazy. Like, I also have. When you say we not treating people right, you also said girls and stuff. It's the same for me, like old girlfriends that you didn't treat so well. And I'm like laying in bed sometimes and I feel like, oh god, I was such an ass. I wish I could apologize. And then I have this feeling, like with the buddy, should I send... That's this one girl, for example. I don't want to go into detail. It happened a long time ago. Lisa, don't kill me. This is fucking objective. But I wasn't so nice to her. I never did anything bad. It was more psychological, like ghosting her and not texting back. And never anything like, what you think. Something crazy. But years later, you lay in bed and you feel like, should I apologize? Should I send her a letter? But as you just said, it's not worth it. These people don't give a fuck about you. They have their own lives. And as you just said, and I get you so hard, just try to be good to the people that are now around you, because you can't change that past anymore. So yeah, people in chat, if you like, you think about a girl from 2 years ago, don't fucking text them, okay? They probably already have a new goy? What the fuck was that now? I want to transition with you, something that truly, and I asked you before if we can talk about this, something that really interested me about you, and I've thought about still till this day, is when we were meeting at ParadoxCon and we were at the river. I remember you, me, and Lisa were at the river just talking. This is so cool, though. This is why I like people like Alex and Dave. You just meet these guys and we already open up to each other because we know we're no threat to each other. We can open up. And you talked about a topic that, for me lately, and I wonder what Marconi says too, that I feel more and more lately, the stress of being a content creator. The stress of you are self-employed, you need to get the numbers in, you need to pay the bills. What if it goes down? What if I get deleted? All this big bag of stress as a content creator and what it can do to you. That's really something you opened up to me on that day, and I realized how much this can affect people and stuff. And lately I feel that also in my life. I just need to find out what really the question is. Would you say you now feel better mentally about the stress of content creating than you did a year ago at ParadoxCon? Did it get better?
Yes, but I think I almost had a breakdown to really take a step back. I still find it can be incredibly frustrating, but I don't really. I'm not as stressed as I was the past. For 2 years, I was kind of incredibly stressed and anxious about keeping my daily viewership above a certain level and making sure each video performed well. And trying to upload consistently, but now I'm just kind of like, it is, another time me saying this, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, my problem is that I've always focused on the negative rather than looking at the positive. So although my viewership might not be as high as it once was, I still have to look at my analytics and go, there's hundreds of thousands of unique people watching my videos every single month. That's more than a lot of TV stations or TV channels, and that's an incredibly humbling experience that many people would even want to click on a video. So it's just kind of it's just kind of changing the way your mind approaches situations.
Let's ask like this: what happened, or what had to happen that you now feel more chill about this? What changed you in looking at this whole topic like this? Is it like kind of just accepting that it is what it is, or is there something else?
I think so. There's always things that you can change. You can tweak your analytics and things like that. But it's a lot of our success has been down to luck. Sorry, what was the question?
I forgot. What had to happen, or what happened that you now feel much more comfortable with the stress and looking at the numbers and stuff like that?
I stopped agonizing over it. I deleted the YouTube Studio app from my phone. I don't look at analytics too much. I'll wait. Drew Daniel actually told me about this. Just don't look at the analytics for the first day or two. Look at them after a week or two, and then usually your viewership might recover a little bit. But yeah, it's just I had a bit of cognitive behavior therapy. I think that helped as well. That helps kind of retrain your brain to how you approach different situations. It's just becoming more content with it, and realizing that I'm in 0.1% of creators that can actually do it full time, and I'm still in a stable position now. Although my income might have dropped a certain amount, I'm still making more than enough to live on, which is far better than any job I've had before. So it's that's a very healthy approach. That brings me back to that question I was asking when we were younger. I think when you're a young content creator, you probably have it much harder to handle stuff like that, like numbers going down. But I think our age helps us there to really handle that better and really understand for what it is, and really realizing, as you just said, this privilege that, for example, you and me have with this life we can lead. Yeah.
Akoni's saying, huge topic that has a lot of room to talk about this, but in a nutshell, I think you have to embrace uncertainty and understand that nothing lasts forever in life. You have to be zen, I guess. It's super hard to do, still working on it himself, I guess, but that's probably the goal. Yeah, accepting you can't control anything. I feel that I have this privilege, and I'm always scared of sounding arrogant, but we have this privilege with the TommyKay thing that for 3 years, everything just always went up. And there was never really... I always waited for that it goes down, and how will I handle it?
It's the dip. When the dip starts happening, you're like, oh my god, what is happening? How do I change
I'm always trying to prepare myself for that, and I think I'm even calling for it. Like the last... Since I talked about this before, some hours ago, that I have this shock now in a way. September was so record-breaking and so strong because of CK3. The numbers are so insane that it like shocks me, it humbles me. And in the last weeks, as everyone who watches stream sees, I'm much more chill. I play different games. I don't go crazy anymore because I like humble myself, and I want to be less hungry. And that also is kind of preparation for when the dip comes, so I can handle it good. Because that always scared me. I know, you know, that always scared me. That when the dip comes, how will you handle it? Even though I think
I didn't handle it very well. Like
yeah.
Like I've spoken about it a little bit in a video that I did. Like I became a bit too reliant on alcohol to try and solve my problems. It doesn't. It makes things worse. So don't drink to cope with like sadness or stress, because it's going down a slippery path that most people don't come back from. Listen
to the man. I mean, this is obviously very private person, but how do you feel now with alcohol? You feel good now with it, or?
I can have a drink, and my problem is I have a very addictive personality. So if I have one drink, I want a second, and then I want a third, a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. But now I've got it pretty much under control. Like I've had a couple of little blips here and there, but I can easily just have like a glass of wine with my dad and just relax, and then
that sounds very good.
After that, it's like I don't need to drink. Like before, it's around the start of end of 2017 to about October 2019 was when I was drinking more than I should have been. But yeah, now I've got control of it. I've really focused this year to try and, get it under control.
Did you get it under control by yourself, or was there external influence that had to help you? That's always very interesting to me.
Well, I had an ultrasound that revealed I had like a fatty liver, like a slightly fatty liver, and I was like, oh, that's not really that normal for someone of my age. And it could have been alcoholic fatty liver. I don't know. They didn't tell me. So I just decided to be like, I'm going to start cutting down, but then I was still drinking regularly and coping to help cope with stress and stuff. So I don't know what happened. I think it's just one day I was like, you know what, I'm done. And then I really just made a conscious effort.
Which is very, very, very good and lucky and good for you, man. Some people get really stuck, yeah. So to finish that topic we had before is, and I always, I don't know why I'm always talking about this young content creator thing. If you could give a tip or tips to young content creators, people that just started YouTube or streaming, or maybe more on YouTube, what kind of tip would you give them on the way? What would you say that with your big experience is something very important that they should know?
Oh God! You mean as in how to grow, or just how to approach it in a healthy way?
Not on the capitalistic side and how to get numbers and how to grow. More like the psychological side, how to really stay in check with this stuff.
Treat it as a hobby. Don't go into it with the wrong mindset, thinking you're going to be the next PewDiePie or whatever, because most people will start and do a YouTube channel for a few weeks, not see any progress, and be like, well, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. Just treat it as a hobby. Create the content that you enjoy, and if anything comes of it, fantastic. But don't think that you'll be able to just do it full time after a few months, because it takes years and years for most people. I was doing it as a hobby for 5-6 years before I could do it full time, and it's as much as yourself and myself might have a weird relationship with Hearts of Iron. It's a game that changed both of our lives. Don't marry one type of game. I would give a suggestion that'd be a suggestion. Like don't focus on just one game unless you love it. But there'll come a few years, after a couple of years, you might not enjoy it anymore.
So let me say, Hobby, like we were always into editing, or is it one of the entertaining thing? How did it come to be with you? How did that start? How did little Alex think I'm gonna edit a YouTube video today?
Well, before even YouTube was around, my friend and who now edits a lot of my videos, we were making videos together on our own little website. Just
what were they about, like, these videos? 15.
Oh, just stupid comedy sketches. Like,
okay. Sounds like Smosh.
Like a really shit British Smosh, I guess. Like one of the videos, the very first video was just me dancing to the Ace of Spades, and then my friend came in and just slapped me over the head.
That sounds like 2000s content, man.
Yeah. So we made our own little website, and like it became a little bit viral within the school. You know, that then just dropped off. And then I think I don't know what happened. Like, I think I just was watching some Let's Plays one day, and I just thought, you know what? I think I want to start doing that. So then I did.
What is the first game you ever uploaded or played there?
So
what, strategy probably?
I started doing videos with my friends again, on a oh god, again just doing those like weird comedy sketches, called Atomic Nerd. It's only got like 500 subscribers on YouTube. This is like, when did this start? 2011? Yeah. Then I just started doing my own stuff, probably in like 2012, 2013.
Atomic Nerd. One sec. Yeah, that's a picture of you. Wait, you don't mean the 21? Do you mean the 21,000?
No, not the 21K, the 500 subscriber one.
500? I don't see that. I only see
you have to
the
scroll
21.
down a bit more.
Ah, here.
Yeah.
568.
Yeah.
Wait,
Go right down to the bottom and you'll see like the oldest one. It's called Gillies at the Beach, would be our first one.
Gentlemen, this is how
are you gonna
Alex...
play it?
Good morrow, and welcome to
the oldest one. Oh damn, that looks actually that looks good for 7 years ago. The thumbnail is good. Is that you? Holy shit!
Yeah,
wait,
7 years ago.
Oldest first, Gillies at the Beach. I feel like I watched that. Oh my god, look at that. One sec.
Oh, don't watch that.
I think I've seen that before.
That one, this one's okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can watch that one. Green screen, 2011 green screen.
Dude, 2011 green screen. That you were totally ahead of the curve, man.
That's my friend editing it. I was just, start the show, obviously.
And he's now also editing
get the
for
sound
you?
on. Play it up, man. Play it up. Oh, I can't hear it. I've muted it.
I don't like the look of him, Jamie.
Your voice is so different.
I know, but he looks like he's gonna cause some trouble. Alex, get the gun.
I have a lot more hair back then.
My question is, how do you go from that to Hearts of Iron?
I don't know. It's a story. Yeah. Keep playing it. You're gonna miss the best bit. No, don't skip it. Don't skip it, Tommy.
I'm not skipping. Jesus!
Got a gun.
What the fuck? Okay, I see the Hoi 4 now. I see it. That's weird enough to be a Hoi 4 guy. Dude, that's actually really well done for 2011. What's happening?
Oh, crikey, mate. You shot me in the knee. Oh, mate, I've spilled your Fosters.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Wait, what is this? Real quick,
Only got 12 likes. Come on.
Oh my
no,
god.
don't watch that.
So
no.
No.
Oh, no.
Dude, I'm gonna say something, and I mean this as a big compliment. When they say you look like my girlfriend, I actually kind of see that.
Okay.
They're the same picture.
Really?
Like a little bit.
Yeah.
You could be siblings.
Oh, look at my hair straighteners back there. Cool.
Hair straighteners?
Yeah.
You have hair gel in the background or something. Hopefully. You have one of these weird thumbs that bends a lot.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh.
I see it now. Yeah, he kind of... What? But they're both attractive people. It's the eyes. Yeah, the eyes. Yeah.
Okay. So, first thing.
Did you ever do one of these genetical tests when you put your saliva in there?
No, I would like to do that.
When is your birthday? We should gift you that.
European.
Whenever I see the DNA test from the English people, it's mostly this Anglo-Saxon North Europe thing.
Yeah.
God damn. But this is how you start out. But now the question remains: how do you go from that to gaming and I mean something like something
well,
like
we were
Hoi
also
4 is
doing-
very, very niche.
On that channel, we were also doing like Minecraft stuff. Then we started doing some Mountain Blade stuff. Then some Total War stuff. Then I decided to upload on my own channel some farming simulator, and I became a bit of a Total War channel. Then like a massive battle channel when like Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator came out. Then I saw like Hearts of Iron 4 and did a couple of like little Let's Plays on that, but didn't really do too much of it. And then I got one of iSorrow Productions videos recommended to me, and I thought it was funny. And I kind of thought to myself, well, I can't do stuff exactly what he's doing because I don't actually know how to play the game very well, so I'll do Hearts of Iron challenges. Then the first one did okay. It got like 10k views, which was more than my channel would usually do. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll make another one. Then I made a few more, and each one was doing better and better, like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Then I went to like a Total War event in San Francisco, I think in 2018, and I met Drew for the first time. And he was like, dude, you should do like, just do those Hearts of Iron videos. You're gonna do really well. I was like, oh, really?
he knew already.
Yeah. And so I did, and I just kind of went with it. And then, you know, I started averaging like 2 to 3 million views a month, and I was like, well, I can do this full time now. So then I did.
When you reached that point, I like this question. When you reached that point that you realized you could do it, how do you feel about it? Were you also like nervous? Because it's a fucking unusual thing for a human being to realize, hey, I can make a living off YouTube. What?
I was incredibly excited that
Yeah.
something that I was doing as a hobby was becoming a reality. Like throughout when I was growing up, 2 things I always wanted to do was act and or own a business, and now I do both to a certain extent.
True, very true.
So I guess I'm like living my childhood dream.
Drew the Puppet Master. Man, saying that, living a childhood dream, that's such a great thing to say. That's so cool to have that.
And I think that's why I got so stressed around it, and I just focused on it so much to the detriment of all of my relationships and friendships, because I just had to work. Like I wouldn't take a day off. Whereas now I've changed my attitude. Like if I want to take a day off, I'll take one. Like I you know, money. I'm in a lucky position where I have like I can take a couple of days off and just be like, you know what? If I don't earn as much today, it doesn't matter. Which is an incredibly privileged position to be in. Yeah,
that's true.
So
I also always felt like if you're a human being that has this ability of not being super money hungry, you're going to be so much better in life. If you're not, the numbers, I need to get a Porsche, man. If you're really just, what's the English word for that? When you don't want...
Materialistic?
Yeah, but when you're not so into luxury, I guess humble. I guess that really is a big power. That really, as you just said, gives you this power of, oh man, I'm gonna take 3 days off if I don't make 20k this month. So what?
20k? Fucking hell, man. How much are you making?
Not what? We're making.
Give me a loan?
What?
No.
No.
Give me a loan.
Sorry, a loan?
Yeah,
I'm not that rich. It's always so weird. People always think I'm so rich, man. That's just like people always like. I have this game with one of my best friends. I meet my best friend, who's also not my second enter, and I ask him, "What do you think how much money I have in my bank account after all this stuff after 3 years?" And he says a number, and I'm like, "Hey, man, this is not even 10% of that, man." And I always feel like, "What the fuck? Where's all the money?"
Well, yeah.
No.
Don't tell your audience how much money you have.
I actually tell them. I think I do.
You do? Oh my god.
I'm really open. I don't give too many fucks. I pay my taxes, so what are they gonna do? It's just always important that the kids understand when you have 4k subs, that's a certain amount of money. I don't get that money. There's taxes, there's stuff to be paid, blah, blah, blah. People always forget that stuff. Very important.
Yeah. Taxes, oh man. Like when you log on to HMRC and it shows you like our tax, the government tax thing.
Germany doesn't even have that. It's everything paper.
You can. Oh, really? You can do all of our stuff online.
Lots of stuff. Like we don't have like a thing where you have an account and log in and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's how I do it. I just pay my taxes online. That's bish bash bosh. But you can. There's a chart which shows how much of your taxes go towards certain things. So like how much of your taxes go towards welfare, like defense. So for welfare,
you paid like for a battleship.
Yeah. So for welfare, it might be 30% of your taxes goes towards welfare. The NHS might be 20%.
What's NHS? National Health.
National Health.
Yeah.
Then right at the bottom, the very last thing was 0.1% was our EU contributions. So that was the most minimal amount of tax of my tax.
Well,
money
luckily you don't have to pay that anymore.
I think we paid a lot more trying to leave. Jesus, like when are we going to save money? So it's like, oh man. So that was kind of annoying to see that. Like that's all we contribute to the EU, and the majority of the British public voted to leave. It's like, really? Like,
yeah, taxes, man, dude. Until I was 27, 28 even, I never made any money, and I never cared about taxes because I just had a shitty 400 euro job. And then suddenly this big topic, taxes, comes into your life. And a lot of, like the young viewers, you don't know that yet, but one day, even if you're self-employed, most of you are self-employed, taxes are the biggest thing. Except you live in Serbia, there's only the mafia, you don't pay any taxes, but fucking taxes, dude. And what I always felt is weird, and once again, that connection to young people. When you are a YouTuber or streamer, you get your money pure. Meaning, you get, in Germany you say brutto and netto. You get the pure version of the money, like you get 10k. But you have to realize, hey, 40% of that isn't mine, but it's on your bank account. You can physically have it in your hand and get a nice car or a hooker or some shit. But 1 year later, they're gonna come for that money. And I always felt like, luckily, I'm already a bit older to understand that, because if I would have been 20, I would have taken the money and traveled the world, right? And then years later they say, hey, we can still get 100k from you, man. Like, what? I was traveling taking cocaine, man. What the fuck? That's what people need to really realize. Like the truth of life is, I don't know how Alex and the other YouTubers think this, but when I log into my bank account right now and see the number on the bank account, yes, it's a cool number, it's a nice number, but I have to realize that 50% of that isn't mine, even though it's written there. And that's what the kids need to understand.
Yeah, I mean, I always earmark. So I have a separate business account and a separate personal account for my self-employment in the UK. So I will only take out of my business account stuff that's actually mine. Then I'll leave all the rest in there for taxes and expenses and stuff. And
that's actually clever. So the number that you see is really your pure money, the cleaned money.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's actually clever. I'm so unprofessional for many years till today. My my private bank account is also not anymore, but also my business bank account. Meaning every month I will send the data of my private business, my private account where I buy what the fuck iced tea or some shit to my tax attorney, and he was very pissed. He was like, "Man, there's like a business expense, and then you bought flowers, and what the fuck?" I was always very unprofessional with that shit.
Do you have a limited company now? Or are you still self-employed?
No, self-employed. People now, like my tax attorney, they tell me about this thing that everybody's doing this. So what happens is, chat, that a lot of people like us, self-employed content creators that make good money, what they do is they make a company and then they employ themselves in that company. Because that leads, help me here, Alex, that helps you with taxes or something, right?
Yeah, so I guess what a lot of people in the UK would do would be that you'd pay yourself the amount every year where you don't pay tax on it. We have a tax-free allowance, so you might pay yourself 12 grand a year, and then the rest you would pay dividends to yourself. I don't know how it works in Germany though, but I think that's what a lot of people do in the UK.
A lot of German YouTubers do that, but this was crazy. I had a meeting with my tax attorney some weeks ago. He's a very high-level tax attorney. I go into the room and he has a presentation ready for me. Like, what the fuck? Because Marconi, listen to this. My tax attorney is watching Marconi's secret channel where I talk about private shit. And he saw a video where I talked about that stuff, like making your own company. And I came to him, and because of that video, he prepared a presentation for me. And there, in a high-level mathematical way, he proved to me that on my example, in Germany, it wouldn't work. The stuff I will save from self-employed will then be taxed for the company. So in the end, because I'm alone, like in my thing, it doesn't make too much of a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fucking taxes, man. Jesus. I have this thing now where the health insurance, once a year, the health insurance is knocking at your door and they're asking how much money you're making. You tell them, and if you over a certain level, which is 4,000 euros a month, they instantly put you in the highest bracket of 1,000 euros a month health insurance.
Oh my god!
Like, are you fucking
you have
kidding?
To pay 1,000 a month.
Now I'm gonna leave them and do something else, but dude, Jesus Christ. just to show people, dude, you're getting fucked, man. You're getting really.
Wait, do you not have the equivalent of the NHS in Germany? You don't have our system.
What is your system?
We get free healthcare.
Well, we have free healthcare, but you have to pay a certain amount, which is it's fair by the government because they look at your. If you make 10K a month, they ask for 1K a month, which somewhere that makes sense. But once you pay that, you get everything treated. That's actually not true. No, that's not true. In Germany, there's a catalog of stuff they pay for you, and there's stuff they don't. For example, today I had a tooth cleaning. That's not in the catalog. I have to pay.
Oh, that's the same as us.
Yeah. NHS is better than Germans, I'm pretty sure. It's Germany insurance based.
You can get private healthcare here, but you have to pay.
Yeah, same here. The problem in Germany is that maybe you have the same in your country. So we have the health insurance company, AOK, that's where all the normal people are in. And then we have the artist health insurance. It's in health insurance where here you have to prove you're an artist. And if you get in there, they take 50% of your stuff. Do you have that in the... they take care of 50% of your expenses.
Ours isn't based on occupation, no.
You don't have that. Like, if you can prove you're an artist in Germany, they take care of you. And it takes years to get in there. I'm trying so hard to get in there. They're like, hey, Twitch streamer, you're not an artist. And I'm like, yes, I am. Fuck you. Yes, I'm legally... we are artists, literally, man. There was a YouTuber who actually went to the highest court in Germany because she wanted the artist status as a YouTuber, and she got it. Yeah. Yep. YouTubers are kind of artists. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about you, but this is art that we're doing here. Okay.
Why do people? I've never really got that. Why people make fun of people with autism? I don't think it's funny.
It's
like,
not.
I've worked
it's
with kids with Asperger's, ADHD, ODD, autism, and they're great people. Like,
yeah, but
when your chat starts like making fun of, you know.
True, you're totally right, but Twitch shit doesn't think that far, right? To them, Forsen started that one day, and then Forsen does something, and XQC, all gotta do it, and then it becomes this big meme. But I gotta be honest, Oyama-kun, I say retard a lot, but
yeah, I don't like that word either because they're.
I get that, but it's always important that people understand when I say that word, I don't mean it to offend real people. It's more like a thing that you've learned in your language for years, in your childhood, everywhere, and when you use it, it's like old boomers in America using the F word, you know, because they are raised like this. They don't mean it. Obviously, it's wrong, and you shouldn't do it. Now, actually, I have to train myself to stop saying that. Otherwise, Twitch is coming.
Oh yeah, I used to live with a guy who's gay, and he's like he used to smoke, and this is in Canada, so like different terminologies mean different things. So I just went, oh, you're going out for a fag. Because that's what we call like a cigarette. You're just going out for a fag. But you know, it's a derogatory term for a gay guy. Yeah. But luckily, he knew what that meant. So like, it took a minute for me to be like, uh-oh, I didn't actually mean it like that. But
yeah, it's right. You obviously, yeah. It's always for me. It's been always hard, obviously, to. You know, in 2020, and especially for a job like ours, where YouTube or Twitch is your employer, and they have certain agendas, you got to be very careful what you say and stuff. The problem is when you're raised in certain areas, like in my childhood in the ghetto, bro, they will throw words around. It was just normal, dude. And it's still very hard for me to put my brain into that scenario. But I'm getting better there, much better. Yeah. I always felt like Lisa was very important there because Lisa showed me this different world where you actually accept people, you know?
You think Lisa's been very good for you?
Very, very good. Very, very good. That is the truth, man. If Lisa wouldn't exist, I would be much more... How to say? Oh, this is a big story. But Lisa was very good for me, yes. She is this weight that... The thing with content creation is, when you become a successful content creator, it's very easy to drift away into arrogance and thinking you're something better. And it's very important to keep yourself in check there, because you literally walk around the city. I'm a YouTuber, I don't have a job, you can all suck a dick, fuck you, man, I can buy whatever I want. And it's very important to stay calm there. And I think that Lisa and my heritage of a poor family always kept me down there. I always wonder how I would look like without Lisa. I would be much richer because I would just stream every day 12 hours because I have nothing to do. But I would be much more sadder. And probably much more of an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you're...
Lisa's a lovely guy. Lady, sorry. Oh my god, sorry.
Whoa! Why did you expose that? Now they know. Jesus Christ. Wow.
No, Lisa's lovely. Like, I think
Is Alex actually
I think
Lisa?
she's very good for you, Tommy. Like, hold on to her. She's a
I
lovely
will.
lady.
Don't worry. Did your girlfriend have... Let me specify this question more. I like that. Did your girlfriend that you feel good with in any way positively affect your job as a content creator? That's not life on average, but content creation itself.
I was already doing YouTube full time when I met her. I think in terms of encouragement and just being someone to talk to about anything, especially like me complain about YouTube, she would just listen. So I think yes. Yeah.
May I ask what your partner's doing for a living?
She's professionally trained as an archaeologist, but she's a museum curator full time.
Sounds amazing. Is she like Indiana Jones?
Yeah, just like a
Gee, that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, she's been on digs in like Turkey and ancient Greece and stuff.
That's really
Greece
cool.
and stuff.
That's really
yeah.
cool.
China, I think she's been on digs in China.
Huh. Like I have this. This is very. Here comes to very private shit. Good. I wanna hear your opinion on this, but I think we're doing well. We have this problem now. It's not a problem. Me and Lisa, we're totally fine there, but we have this thing now where, and she openly says this. She has a normal job now, a normal life. Waking up 6 a.m. The job is not the greatest thing ever, right? Unlike my job is a joke, right? I'm having fun. It's nothing. And we have this thing now, for example, she goes to bed early while I'm still sitting here playing World of Warcraft because I don't have to wake up in the morning. And there is this dynamic coming out of this where the partner, Lisa, for example, that has this regular life, which is totally fine, right? It's nothing bad about it. You get, maybe, in our case, we're fine, but you have this envy feeling for the partner. Like, this motherfucker has this way too good life while I'm working my ass off over here. And that's a topic for us right now, but we're handling it well. It's all good. She knows. I mean, what can I do, right? But that's something in our life right now. Which again, chat, that we're handling well, because you have to be careful when you share stuff like that, because there's so many idiots in chat that will just be like, "Wait, you guys are breaking up?" Because they,
Do you get up at the same time as Lisa? Like,
she has a job for 3 weeks now, meaning she wakes up 6 a.m. and she wakes me up. She's taking a shower and stuff. And what I do is I wake up for a second, I sleep 1 more hour. But since she is now having a job, I'm now a true boomer. I wake up 7 a.m. and I wake up, I do sports, I clean the house. I feel like a dad, man. I feel like an old man.
Yeah, I'm at least when I was in Canada with my partner, I was kind of an early morning person. So although she had to go to work at 8:30, I would be the one that would get up and make her tea, get some lunch ready for her when she.
You are a YouTuber. You can wake up whenever you want, and you're the one staying up early.
Yeah, I get up early. Try and make her life a little bit easier.
Jeez.
Well, because she makes me a better person for sure. So I try and do nice things like that when I can.
I'm gonna say something. I think you're gonna fully agree, and this is really gonna help some people in chat. When you're older, you realize that you will one day in your life, if you're lucky, non-subs don't listen to this, you're gonna meet a woman and you might be too young yet to understand how valuable she is to you. But if you have the skill to understand when a woman is really valuable to you and really good for you, and you have the skill to understand that and keep her in your life, that's the greatest thing that can happen to you, man. That's very, very important, man. Very important.
I agree. But we're making our relationships sound very idyllic. There's always going to be a problem.
You're totally right.
And
yes,
you're always going to argue. Like we're making ourselves sound like saints here, but we're not. We're not saints.
Totally true. Totally true.
But, I still fuck up all the time. But
true. That's totally normal.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, if you have a relationship where you don't argue for years, then something is weird, man. But yeah, you don't. As I got older, and I think you have the same. You fuck up less. The fuck ups are not that hard anymore. Like nowadays, the fuck ups are Lisa comes home. You didn't clean that one plate, you motherfucker. You're unbelievable. But back in the day, it was like, oh, you fucked someone else. It's very different now.
It's weird how the little things do kind of build up, though. If you don't talk about it, they can explode.
Yeah, but that's the experience of a relationship, and it's cool. It's cool. Are you ready? This is interesting. Are you ready or prepared Or do you already think about it? The thought of being a dad?
Not something I'm going to go into.
Not something you're gonna go.
Not something I'm going to go into.
Okay, no problem. Sure, all good, all easy.
I've never been convinced I'm going to have kids, so it's not really.
Okay, totally fine. I also struggle. I don't like. I never.
It's a very awkward thing to talk about with people, especially online with Twitch chat.
Okay, yeah, no, it's okay. We're actually way too open anyway to all these fucks. We should one day do like a podcast where everyone from chat tells about their life for 10 minutes, and it's mostly gonna be like, wake up and then I watch you, and then I play Pokemon Go. Dude, I feel like I don't watch a lot of other content creators. I feel like I'm a very toxic dude towards my chat. Is that what would you say? But I think they deserve it. They're fucking idiots.
Yeah. I think a lot of channels your size have huge have Twitch chats that I could not cope with.
I fully understand.
Streaming every day.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely like, if anyone, I think a lot of your viewers would have dipped into one of my streams at some point or another. They'll notice that I don't really put up with what your chat could get away with. So I'm very strict, and so are my mods. It's just because, like, for me, my streams are like a tenth of the size of yours. So I just treat it as like, you're coming into my living room. This is my personal space. You're going to treat it with respect, or you're going to fuck off.
I fully get that. Sometimes I think I should have, when I started building this community, should have been maybe a bit more like that, so you would have a more homogenic chat of less toxic stuff. But that's too late. And someone says in chat, it's true. A stream, I always said, a chat is like a dog. You know how a dog is always kind of resembling its owner? That's like what the Twitch chat is. They kind of resemble you. In a way. But if my Twitch chat resembles me, that means I'm a fucking dumb motherfucker, dude. Jesus.
I think what a lot of people miss is that we're not exactly the same as we are when we're on screen. Like
there it is.
A lot of people might think that you're exactly how you are. The TommyKay persona is exactly the same as Tom or Tommy.
True.
Yeah.
True. But every time people say that, I fully get that. But here's the weird thing about me. I actually kind of feel like I'm the same guy. But just a more, like, everything tuned up. Everything turned on a lot more.
When we were having when we had that meal out in Berlin, like, I think that was the real, the Tommy without barriers, I think. Just a nice, normal guy who could be a really good friend, good partner,
He called me good friend. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, it's the same with Dave as well. Like we had a really nice meal that evening.
That was really. I think about that a lot. It's so weird how random people can come together and instantly connect with each other. That's so weird.
Like, I would have much rather stayed at that restaurant the whole evening than go back to the convention hall.
Yeah. But you totally right when you said that like a fan has to understand that the content creator is also a human being and stuff like that. That was really. Yeah. I think and talk about it a lot. If you remember ParadoxCon, it was like very overwhelming. All these people.
Yeah, man. It was like the amount that I was surprised at the amount of people that came up and said hello and stuff.
Yeah, it's man, yeah.
It's difficult to get a break. So
yeah, and many times, right, you don't want to hurt them. You want to be, they came for you or something, right? You want to be nice, but also you want to be a private person. It's always very hard for me to find the middle ground there.
It's an incredible privilege that anyone would want to come and say hello and like take a picture with you. But I am not used to it. So yeah, I'm a very introverted person. I kind of just like not lurk from the shadows.
Yeah, like Feedback says he found it crazy awkward. Yeah, it is awkward. It is. It's
also
awkward.
Very difficult ending a conversation. Because like you have to just go like, okay, well, nice to meet you. Bye.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But there was like always two. There were these dudes that are just cool about it. Hey, what's up? I like your content. Have a nice day. Later. And then there was these other guys that literally didn't know what to do once they found you. They literally came up to you. What's up? What are we gonna do now? Like, what? I don't know. What are we gonna do? Like, there's this funny story, man. I told many times. We were a group of 20 people. Like 5 content creators and 15 dudes, right?
Yeah. Like an entourage.
Yeah, we had like our own little fucking group. And we wanted to go eating, right? And me, Alex, and Dave, we were way too nice to say, we want to kind of be alone. And then Lisa, she was done. She's like, listen, guys, me, Alex, Dave, we're going now to eat and you do your own thing, right? Because everybody was too shy to say something. That was so awkward, man. What else is that funny? It's funny as fuck.
Because the last thing you want to do is let someone down, but at the same time...
Yeah. But if next year Corona is over and there will be a Paradox Con in Stockholm or something, would you be willing to go there?
Oh, of course.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I love going to those conventions. It's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually... I never thought I'm a... This is a token of friendship here, my English. Where I never liked conventions. I don't need them and care about them. But just the fact of meeting you guys makes it worth it.
It's worth going, absolutely, yeah.
Because I want to see you guys again, because that was just great, man. That was fun. I'm definitely coming to see so many people. Ronnie, you're the guy we're talking about the whole time, okay? I'm just kidding. Bokuin, you also come, please, okay? That'd be nice. Goddamn. Well,
yeah, I know coming a lot. Bo's a lovely guy.
Bo was amazing. Dude, Bo saved my ass. Also, a story I told many times. When I went to my first TwitchCon, not ParadoxCon, very important. I didn't know anyone there, and I was much smaller. Nobody knew who I was, and Lisa's going to meet her friends, and I'm alone on TwitchCon, an introvert motherfucker. I'm alone on TwitchCon, and I don't know what to do. There's nothing going on there other than meeting and talking to people, right? So I'm just walking in circles, and I don't know what to do. I feel so wrong there. I felt like back in school, right? When one of your friends was sick and you're alone on the schoolyard, and then Bokuin came. Bokuin texted me on Twitter, "Where are you, Tommy? Let's chill." And Bokuin took me under his hands, and he was there for me, man. And I wasn't alone anymore. God damn.
Oh.
God damn. I owe that guy.
I was sad that Drew wasn't there at the last ParadoxCon.
You know Drew a bit, it seems, right?
Yeah, I've hung out with Drew a few times.
Drew seems like a great person, man. He seems to really understand humor and can read situations and stuff. He seems like
Drew's a lovely guy.
Good guy.
Yeah, he didn't come because he didn't get an invite last year. Even
yeah,
though
he was like...
I spoke to Dan Lind about it, and he was angry that Drew wasn't there because he told the marketing people to invite them, to invite him. So I have no idea why that didn't get down the line and
So Dan actually wanted it, but the marketing people said no.
Well, I don't know if the marketing people said no. Maybe they just forgot. I can't speak for people at Paradox. Again, everyone I've spoken to at Paradox has been lovely. Everyone's been super nice and welcoming.
They never talked to me. I was always walking past Dan Lind, and we just, I don't know, it was awkward. I think he didn't want to talk to me.
Why didn't you go and say hello and get,
That'd be weird. The Daniel, Day A9L, I always called him
Daniel.
Daniel. He came up to me and gave me a hug. He gave me a Hearts of Iron a ribbon band, and I still use that today, every day. He was a great guy, and I don't know, it's just... things are weird between me and Paradox. But after all this time, that's totally cool. You always have these people in chat, "What happened? Maybe you should do this trick on them." Man, we're adults. It's super... Whatever, man. Super cool.
And I guess a lot of people... when people think about game developers, they don't. Again, it's the same thing with us. They don't really see us as people. They just see them as automatons that need to make exactly the kind of content that people want. When actually they're just normal people that are passionate about making games, and nothing's ever going to get made to exactly how people want it. I have my own frustrations, but I used to work for a game studio, and the audience that to be fair, they kind of had a point because a lot of the releases were buggy. I used to work for the Train Simulator developers. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Sorry, again, the Train Simulator.
Fishing Simulator. Yeah, Dovetail Games. I used to work for them.
Huh.
Their audience was extremely vocal. But yeah, as long as you don't attack people personally, I think it's...
Yeah, I get that.
Is absolutely fine.
I always feel like I'm sometimes going too far and stuff, but it's you have to find the middle ground. You should criticize game developers if they do a mistake. They need to be criticized, but you also can't go too far, stuff like that. And I always felt like it's no secret that Paradox is not so keen of TommyKay, and I guess that comes from just me always going a bit too far on streams and talking too much shit, I guess. And even I got it here. I say it officially here for everyone. I feel bad for that sometimes. Still, I think what Dan Lind did is a whole another level. But I feel after all this time, I feel.
I'm not sure exactly what happened between the two of you, but maybe at the next Paradox convention, you should just go up and clear the air. I'm just
gonna we can one of these eyes wide shut parties or something. I'll be into that. I don't know. We'll see. In a weird way, I feel this strange connection with Dan Lind, where he changed my life. If he didn't make Hobby 4, I wouldn't be here today. And we also bring him obviously a lot of audience, a lot of sales and stuff. It's this weird connection.
Imagine if we'd have got a percentage of each sale of Hoi 4 we've driven.
Jeez.
Like, we could retire. Like,
yeah, that's it is what it is. After all, Dan is in the chat. Where is he?
I don't think Dan's in the chat.
Nah. They're just fucking trolling.
Do you have questions from the audience that you wanted to?
Oh, I have two questions because the rest was just fucking dumb as hell. I have two questions. Oh, there's a great question that's going to open a good topic. First of all, a little random miscellaneous question. You do archery. Do you still pursue that?
I don't have a bow at the moment, but as soon as I get my work permit back in Canada, I'm going to get a new bow.
Dude, Alex is like a descendant of the archers of Agincourt.
My girlfriend has a longbow. Like, she does archery too, so...
And the question was by, I forgot his name, what is your draw weight? Whatever that means. Your draw weight.
It's not very heavy. Like, when I used to do a lot of longbow archery, I used to shoot at people, so there was a limit to the poundage that you could use. So my poundage was only 35 pounds of draw weight, because you were shooting at people in a shield wall, so you couldn't have it any stronger than that.
Goddamn.
So,
you shoot at people in a shield wall.
Yeah, I used to do Anglo-Saxon reenactment, so...
But, like, the arrows were, like, not sharp.
It's not LARPing.
It's not LARPing.
Highest puckle.
But it was
LARPing
safe, right?
Historical reenactment are two different things. So, it's... What I would have done... You know, in Eastern Europe, they get those massive medieval battles and, like, proper go at each other.
Yeah.
It was like a toned-down version of that. So we would still fight with real weapons, but we wouldn't try and like hit people on the head and stuff like that. It was a more controlled environment. So like, but during training once, one guy got his front teeth knocked out, another guy got his like lip sliced open and stuff. So like people can still go pretty hard in it. But yes, I used to do Anglo-Saxon reenactment, so I used to have my own chainmail. I had like a custom made helm from a blacksmith. Had my own sayax and sword and stuff.
Where's all that equipment now?
I sold it all. I regret selling it. Jeez. I fell out with I had a big fallout with the group leader. And I didn't do it.
Because you tried to take his throne with succession war?
No, he invited me over for a dinner party and then screamed at me in front of everyone.
Okay,
it was really a bit of an
sounds actually like Lockping now. No, but archery is one of your. Oh, let's make the question broader because I want to get to know you obviously through this talk. If you could name like 3 of your hobbies, what are your hobbies? Is archery one of your main hobbies? Well, what does Alex do when he really has free time? You have a free Sunday. What do you do? I've
kind of got into a bit of a rut where I don't do fuck all at the moment. So I'm trying to pick up hobbies again. One of them is it's going to sound really sad now. Pokemon cards. I've been getting back into Pokemon.
That's amazing. We should duel.
I've been getting.
But like in real life or the online thing?
The cards, the actual cards.
You have someone to play it with, or you just do it for yourself?
I just do it for collecting.
You just collect, or do you even build like real decks that could actually be played?
No, I don't build decks. I just like collecting the cards.
Feedback Gaming says, haha, me and my girlfriend are doing the same. There you go. How's that? That's not sad. That's amazing. I have magic cards right here.
It's so expensive. Like I wanted to kind of like relive my youth a bit, and get like the old stuff from 20 years ago. But Logan Paul and like all of the YouTubers and like have spiked the prices so much that it's £500 for like a booster pack from 20 years ago now. Jeez. I bought a bunch of them 6 years ago for like 20 quid a pack.
Because I don't know that, but Logan Paul and stuff, they're buying old packs and shit?
Yeah, they're buying loads of like old vintage packs and then like selling them at a massively inflated price. So it's crazy.
Did I tell you my Charizard story ever? No. Did you ever? I tell that story many times on stream. You don't know that story? Look on stream. I swear to God, this is not a lie. I was a kid, and me and my mom, I remember everything. I remember this so clear. Me and my mom, we go to a store. I even know the name and where it was. And I asked my mom to get a Pokemon booster pack. I was literally fucking 9 or some shit, right? And I opened the booster pack, and I swear to God, Alex, one sec, I'm opening it. I opened the pack, and I was a kid, and and you know how in Pokemon cards there's shiny ones and not shiny ones?
Yep.
I literally drew the first edition shiny Charizard. I swear to God, man.
Are you sure it was the first edition? It had a first edition stamp.
I swear to God, it was 1999 or some shit, man.
Yeah.
It's right. What? Oh man, this fucking. This one right here, but in German though. This one right here.
You had a first edition stamped Charizard.
1995, 1996. This one. I swear to God, I had right this one.
No,
in a
did it
booster
have
pack.
the first edition stamp on the left?
I don't remember. I have no idea.
Okay, because that's a big differentiation in price. That'd be like 10 times the price of a
could be,
regular
but it
Charizard.
was 90 something around that time. And then I was a kid. I'm a kid, right? And my parents don't know. And one day I had an unbelievable Pokemon card. And then one day a kid came and said, "Hey Tommy, you give me all your cards, and I give you a Psycho deck because I wanted to start playing competitive. I needed a real deck, and I gave it all away, man. And now the shit is like 15,000 euros on eBay and shit.
Oh man.
So if you ever have kids, anyone in chat, keep the cards your children play with, man. Jesus Christ.
As soon as you open a card like that, you need to put it in a plastic sleeve and then put it in a hard container as well. Like you need to keep good care of that.
That's
but
man.
I when I bought like a back in 2014, I bought a base set booster box which had 36 packs in. I was an idiot and sold I don't know, maybe 20 of them, and then I kept like 12 for myself. And I had like 8. I didn't open all of them. I opened a few of them, and I had 8 left over that I opened up this year. And one of them had a Charizard in it. So I know I've now got like my own base set Charizard, which I never had as a kid.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, and you said that. I think that's so cool. I would literally even like to see a picture of that. If you ever have one, send it me in Discord. I would like to see that.
All right.
It's weird. In a weird way, cards are appealing, right? Like I'm playing Magic.
Get it right now. Give me a sec.
Oh, here we go. Like I'm playing Magic just not because I like Magic, because it's this old nostalgic feeling of having cards in your hand. I mean, I'm doing it digitally, looking at them and shit. It's weird. It's like appealing. Don't you feel the same, chat? Like cards are in a way appealing in a way. Like most people don't even play with them competitively. They just want to collect.
Hold on. I'll just take a picture and then I'll send it to you
Okay.
just to show that it's real.
His Charizard set. I think that's cool. I don't even know why Pokemon is so big. All these big YouTubers, Aaron Paul. No, what's his name? The Paul brothers, fucking Max Mofo. They all make Pokemon videos. They get millions of views. Pokemon is still a big thing, and especially older guys, mid-20s, they're all doing it. Why not? I was never really a Pokemon guy though.
So I guess another hobby would be doing D&D sessions.
Dungeons and Dragons.
My girlfriend's friend, well, I guess I'm his friend now too, like we just become friends. He hosts one every few weeks, and we've been doing it online because they're all in Canada. So I do that.
Man, I know nothing how that works and how what to do there and stuff. You sit on a table and someone is a game master who has a story, and then holy shit.
So there's a program that we use.
Do you know how much that card is worth?
Oh, that card. The card I sent you is probably, I don't know, maybe a couple of grand now. So that's what I pulled out.
It doesn't have that first
ago.
edition stamp. That's what you meant.
No, it's just a base set. Yeah.
But that's a lot of money. Jeez. Dude, I think that's super cool, man. Okay, we need.
You can see that I put it in a plastic sleeve, then a plastic hard case, and then another plastic sleeve. And I'm going to send it off to get graded. You know how like baseball cards get like graded and stuff.
Huh?
When I'm back in Canada, I'm going to send this off to the USA to get graded. So, yeah.
Jeez, I'm making mad bank here, dude. Imagine how many children in the last 20 years destroyed these cards because they didn't know what they are.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. And then I also like going up hiking and going out into nature and stuff. Just, I don't know, getting away from the PC screen.
Do you have a good nature hiking area where you live?
2 secs.
Sorry? Oh, he said sex? No, 2 secs. Oh.
In Canada, yeah, there's loads of places. Like where I live in British Columbia, it's like 90% forest. So
Canada must be
forest and mountains. So like if you ever come to Canada, we'll go like on hikes and stuff.
Man, it must be very beautiful up there. But like in Kent, do you go out there a lot hiking?
I went on one in the summer just to kind of relive my youth. There's an area called Bluebell Hill, and near there's a place called Kit's Cotty. It's basically a small, a tiny Stonehenge. That's like about 2 miles away from where I was born or like grew up. So I went hiking around there just to kind of like see it again.
Huh. Dude, no joke what I'm saying now. I mean, very seriously, me and Lisa, we really found hiking for ourselves. When we come to the UK next year, we should have one day together of hiking. Like, maybe even vlogging it or something. But I would love to go hiking with you, man.
Yeah.
Hiking is amazing.
Like, my friend lives near like a massive forest in Scotland, so we could go hiking around there
sounds amazing.
When I go to Scotland.
But I gotta, man, it's very, very hard for me to keep up with the hikers, man. I'm so fast, I'm sweating, and I'm tired and shit. God, we were hiking some weeks ago. We were on vacation in Austria, and I've never been hiking before, but damn, I loved it. I mean, this is the Boomercast for boomers. Hiking is amazing. It's very exhausting and stuff, and when the sun shines and you're ginger, but once you reach the summit or the hike is over, you feel so good. You have so much dopamine inside of you. Very cool.
Oh yeah, it's great. But yeah, then I'll take up archery. There isn't any Anglo-Saxon reenactment in Canada, but there is a medieval group that I'm probably going to join. So I'll probably get into medieval reenactment again, because I just like, I don't know. There's something about fighting with swords and shields and stuff is pretty cool.
I get that. I think all boys get that a little bit, you know.
It's also, have you ever walked around in chainmail all day? It's exhausting.
No, it must be. That's what kids don't understand back in the day. That being a real life medieval fighter must have been the shittiest job ever. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows that must be really shit. I once watched a video where they showed the realistic day of a Roman soldier before a huge battle, and it's just so bad. You mostly are already exhausted by the time you get to the battle because of you sweating your ass off and shit.
Well, they're carrying a massive pack of 35, 40 pounds of pack.
And all the marching.
Then they have to make a camp every night. So they're digging trenches and putting in stakes every single night.
Like our bodies and our brains couldn't even handle that anymore. But they didn't know. They didn't know any different lifestyle.
We are all just like sloths compared to them.
That's true. Well, Alex, I have one more question here by the viewer Yehia, which I very much like, because this is a question that touches me a lot. And I wonder what you say about this. Very cool question here. Maybe also to tip it off in the end. The question is, I just deleted it, but it kind of said, when you play Hoi 4, when you create Hoi 4 content, which is our life and bread, do you sometimes have to force yourself? Do you hate playing it? Do you just do it because you need to get your job done? Do you have this average feeling of having to play a game even though you don't want to play it? And how do you handle it?
Can I just go and grab my tea and have a pee and then I'll answer it? Because it might be...
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Would you love to be more of a variety guy, but you're kind of cursed by the curse of Hoi 4?
Yep. Yeah, so it's an interesting thing, really. Like, if you've made what, I don't know how many videos of Hearts of Iron I've made now. It must be hundreds, maybe 500 videos of Hearts of Iron. It all feels like the same, and it becomes rather repetitive, and you know, it does take the enjoyment out of it, because you know exactly what's going to happen. You know that there's going to be frustrations with the in-game mechanics, but it's what YouTube clicks on, and it's what YouTube promotes and what people click on. So I partly upload Hearts of Iron content to help get me sponsors, to make sure my audience is satisfied, because like I have to treat it like a business, right? We are businesses, so we need to make money. I don't play Hoi as much as I used to. I kind of upload more of a variety of stuff now. Hoi is probably still about 50% of the content, but the other 50% I just play what I want to. So Hearts of Iron enables me to have the financial security to take more risks and cover different things.
Yeah.
I know when I've kind of like I've quit Hearts of Iron 4 like a few times and always gone back to it. Because like it's a game that's changed my life, really. It enabled me to do content creation full time. So I'm always going to be thankful for Hearts of Iron. And it's, I don't hate the game. I think a lot of people think that I actually hate the game. It's just I don't stream it at all, because I just want to stream whatever I want and feel like. I kind of have streaming as a way to relax, whereas Hearts of Iron is more of it's the job. There are always going to be days that you don't enjoy, and then you'll get scenarios that you do really enjoy making. So it just depends, really. Depends day to day.
Yeah, it's also very important that the audience, the chat, understands that these human beings you're watching, like Alex or me, that we've been spending so many hours on Hoi 4, And if one day we don't want to play it for a reason, then we have the right to do that, right? Because Hoi 4 is in our brains so much, and it has been for so long, and it can be, as Alex just said, very exhausting after a while. But like, in a perfect world, if you could choose what kind of YouTube channel you would like to be, would your answer be variety? Yeah, obviously, right?
I would love to be able to go to various historical places across the world and kind of make funny, humorous, but still informative documentaries.
Is there any plans to do that? Do you feel encouraged to do that, or do you feel like, it's not going to work? That's
the financial viability of that isn't really there. Like, no, I don't think many people would watch it. I'd still like to make one day as an experiment, but it's also getting all of that equipment, like, you know, getting a decent camera and microphones and all of that kind of stuff, people to film it, having that kind of repertoire with like a co-host and stuff like that, getting permission from the different sites to be able to film on those. You know, it's a big thing to do.
But it's an interesting answer, because it shows a dream in there. It shows a big motivation, and that sounds like a very good.
Like, my favorite video that I've made, which I should have spent more time on, and I regret not spending more time on it now. It's just a spontaneous video that I made while on holiday in Scotland. There was just me, my friend, and I just kind of messing around. It was like a mockumentary on kind of dull historical TV programs.
Okay. But this is where this comes in play, right? You do what you love, and you love the product, but it doesn't get as much views as the next Hitler game in Hoi 4, right? And then you kind of see that, I wouldn't say curse, but you see that, as you said, as a business, you got to get the Hoi 4 content out, even though there's stuff that you will enjoy much more.
Yeah. I think I've struck up a nice balance now, though, because I might play Hearts of Iron a couple of times a week for 3 hours at a time, and I think that's kind of like a perfect amount for me, really. Yeah. And it's a perfect amount for my audience, because I'm not oversaturating it anymore when I was uploading it every other day consistently for 2 years. And then I was also streaming it 3 to 4 times a week doing multiplayer games, which drove me insane towards the end of doing those.
I fully understand that.
Because I was hosting them, I was like modding them, I was modding the chat. You know, it was just too much.
Yeah, I really get that. Yeah. That's like in my chat, the problem, and this, as you just said, I used to do these roleplay games and multiplayer, competitive, blah, blah, blah. And as you just said, they're exhausting. They're just really exhausting and stressful. And the viewer sometimes doesn't get that. Why don't you play them anymore? Yeah, because they are.
So, like, I don't hate House of Iron. It's a game that's changed my life. But I do want to play other stuff outside of that. And I am now always going to. So I'm never going to be 100% Hoi.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
At the moment, I'm perfectly happy covering a variety of strategy games with throwing Hearts of Iron 4 in there. I think it's a nice balance for me.
And that sounds very, very good. It really must suck if you... I always sometimes wonder, like someone like Dr. Disrespect, people that are really stuck in certain games, and how do they feel there? Would they like to get out of there? I mean, if you imagine you're a huge Fortnite streamer where thousands of dollars are involved, and that one time he doesn't stream Fortnite, his view count drops by 80%, that must be very discouraging on that level, I guess.
It is. I guess from my standpoint, though, like... If I upload a non-Hearts of Iron video, it will get anywhere between 25 and 50,000 views. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Like, you know, the fact that 40,000 people clicked on a Age of Empires 3 video, again, it's like, it's not like, oh, only 40,000 people clicked on it. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, 40,000 people clicked on a video that I've made.
Yeah,
like, it's
nice.
Just got to change the way your mind processes the situation and see the positive rather than always seeing the negative.
I have a question there, which I never understood. I always understood it the way that if, for example, you have a YouTube channel that only uploads Hoi 4, the YouTube algorithm sees you as a Hoi 4 channel. You get certain commercials, the recommendations are different. Then, once you do a different video that, maybe I'm wrong here, I don't know much about YouTube. Let's say you make an Age of Empires video, that video will not be as commercialized as your Hoi 4 content because the algorithm is not sending it out to most of your viewership. This system by YouTube, this encourages the content creator to do this variety content because then you get much less views because they want you to make money with the algorithm. Is that
Yeah,
true? Does it work like that?
Let's give an example. So the Age of Empires 3 video has had a total of 449,000 impressions. Then compared to a Hearts of Iron video that I released a day afterwards, has had 1.5 million. So
impressions
it gets 3 times the reach.
What does impressions mean in this case?
Impressions mean is like you'll see it in your YouTube feed.
So like the people it reaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be very disencouraging. But as you just said, we're fine with it now. It is what it is. Whatever. But it's like the YouTube system. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. If PewDiePie uploads a game and then a vlog, you see it in your feed. But nowadays, you don't see that anymore.
YouTube likes to say that they are encouraging creators to upload what they want and have the freedom to upload what they want, but the reality is completely different. And also where they have like a ranking system, so it'll tell you how well your newest video is doing compared to the other previous 10. And if you're number 1 out of 10, it'll have fireworks going off. But if it's 10 out of 10, it'll say less people are clicking on this video. You need to do something about it. And they will have all red arrows pointing down.
Man, whenever I listen to your stories or other YouTubers, it always is. I'm like always happy that I'm a streamer, because YouTube seems so. A lot of stuff can go wrong on YouTube. With the,
for sure,
with the demonetization and the claims and stuff. I mean, it's slowly coming to Twitch now, but I never envied you guys being YouTubers.
I've had maybe 3 videos demonetized for hate speech.
Because I remember, what was that story? You
I
did...
don't know.
It was some bullshit.
What if Hoi 4 started in 1952 with Germany the victor? That has limited ads because it was hate speech.
And you would say that because of that title.
And I censored all of the swash stickers. My face is on the swash sticker instead.
So why would you think why that is demonetized?
Because I think that the subject matter is like Hitler's still alive or whatever. I don't know. They don't give you a reason. They just say it's hate speech. They won't give you a
that's what I always
reason.
see. Yeah, there's no reason, and then you have to appeal it and all that stuff and shit. Man,
no, this didn't give me the option to appeal it. So it was monetized. Then they did a manual review and demonetized it, and they don't give you an option to appeal.
Yes, Marconi's saying the lack of reason is a big issue. That they don't give you enough reason.
Yeah.
But
what can you do? Like, it is.
I always felt they have billions and billions of videos every day, and they can't keep up, and the bots are always looking through the videos and stuff. Obviously, not so easy.
We've been talking about me a lot.
Sorry, what?
We've been talking about me a lot, and not much about you.
No, we're here for you, man. My dude.
Oh, okay.
Or do you have any questions?
Well, what are your hobbies? You know, I don't.
What are your hobbies? Before we get into that, I just one more question from chat that I also want to hear about you. One final Hoi 4 related question. What's your opinion about the DLC? Do you enjoy it? How do you feel about Battle for Bosporus?
It's nice that nations have new focus trees, but if you're never going to play those nations, there's no point in buying it.
True. True. Yeah.
The nations focus trees are fine, yet frustrating. Like you have to do multiple restarts to actually make any kind of progress, and
very true.
Bulgaria, no matter what tree you go down, has no manpower, whatever.
Very true.
So it's just the usual. Like they're a good thing. I enjoy having new content for the game, but the trees themselves are a bit frustrating.
Very well said. Couldn't say any better. I really enjoyed it so far, but the more I play it, the more I see the focus trees have big issues. Like, as you said, the manpower, or Turkey having no research slots and stuff. Very, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And another question I would like to ask you. If you could make a wish for the next DLC of Hoi 4, what would you love to see? What would really impress you? What would you think that's needed? That's what we need to see.
Well, I think it's what everyone wants, really, a rework to Italy and the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And then even then, probably some of the other focus trees, like from previous DLCs, are kind of outdated now. I think. I'm trying to think. Like, are the Commonwealth countries reworked still, or are they? I don't know. I never really played as them.
Well, they have their focus trees from that second DLC. Yeah.
I would like them to rework the AI, so the AI doesn't spam out divisions and just oversupply you when you're and just attrition you to death. Did
you ever feel like, I always wonder, since Laras' talks, I feel like the games are harder. The AI is better. Do you feel that, or is it just me? Like back in the day, the AI was a joke. Easy, you walk around them. But now, since Lagos' Tongues, I feel like they play better than some people in multiplayer.
I think so, yeah. Someone's really wanted me to talk about politics.
I always felt like I'd never want to ask anyone coming here for politics because it just goes down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I don't we don't really need to get into that.
And I always feel like the people that ask in chat, let's talk about politics, they just want their own politics in there. Let's talk about politics so I can tell you what I think.
Yeah.
So, did you vote for breakfast? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. That's all the Hoi 4 related stuff, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I
mean...
One more,
because I actually I can talk to you today. What's your favorite nation, Hoi 4? If you could only play one nation for the rest of your Hoi 4, take away the career on YouTube, which one would you take?
I think Germany, really.
Ah.
That sounds... Uh-oh.
Because it's complexity or why?
I think so. I think there's just a lot of flexibility within the nation. You can go down various trees. It's just a well-balanced nation. You can get a decent industry early on. You have tons of different neighbors that you can go up against. While it's still being a challenge, even if you're doing it historically, sure, you might take out France, but then do you have enough fighters, etc., to take out the UK? And then you might have to have a two-front war with the Soviet Union. I don't know. There's just a lot of flexibility to it. But now I've played it enough that it's just easy. It's too easy.
Yeah, very true, very true. Even though I had to restart yesterday as Germany because I fucked up.
Because if you're a major nation, all you need to do is have aerial superiority with tons of CAS and enough decent divisions to hold the line. The enemy armies will just cycle charge you, and then you just counterattack once they have no equipment, and then that's how to beat the game.
Yeah. Okay. And that was all my Hoi 4 related questions. We have one more question from chat. What do you think about religion? Just kidding. Just making jokes. Fuck that guy. Ban him.
I'm agnostic, if that means anything.
I think I'm the same. Agnostic is you can't disprove God, but you don't believe in him or something, right?
It's just like,
something
you can't
like that.
for sure. No.
Alex, today's talk has really showed me you and me are very, very, very close in our personality and what we think and stuff, I think. It seems like it. I don't know.
Well, we haven't spoken about politics, so shall we jump into... No, I'm kidding.
Trump is gonna win. Isn't the election like 2 weeks already? Time is flying, dude. Time is flying. Okay, and now I have this weird hobby where I like to ask super weird questions because I love to see the answers, and I think the answers tell you a lot about the person. For example, my favorite question I ask people that I meet is but it's very easy for content creators. I love to ask this question to new people. In a world where all the jobs, every single job there is, gets the same money. Everyone has to work 8 hours a day, all the same money. What will be your dream job in this world? Everything pays the same. Like, this question shows you what someone deeply inside would really like to do.
Either, this is going to be two very contrasting opinions, either an actor or probably working in like a national park, like just being around in nature all day.
You hear that
even if it's just wandering around, changing the bins and stuff. Like, I don't know, just being able to be out in nature and contribute to the planet in a small way. Or an actor, like, just because I like entertaining. I've always.
It's very interesting how many times today you talk about the acting stuff. Do you still pursue that? Do you feel like you ever want to do that again? You talk a lot about that acting.
I'm kind of too late for that now, really, isn't it?
A lot of actors stayed, like a lot of Oscar winners started in their 40s and stuff.
Yeah, I guess Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I guess. Maybe Vancouver especially has. It's considered the Hollywood of the North. A lot of TV programs and films are filmed there. So maybe at some point in the future, even if it's just being an extra, I think it just...
Yeah, never too late. Dude, we're gonna see Alex in the reboot of Lord of the Rings. Who will you play in Lord of the Rings?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Be an Aragorn.
Oh. You'd be Aragorn.
No, you'd actually be an amazing Elrond. Or Legolas. True, Elrond or Legolas. Yeah. That's true.
You think I'd be an elf? I guess because of the archery stuff.
Yeah. I see you as an Elrond. 1 sec, I gotta...
Elrond.
There's this guy who every day makes an account called Heinz Guderian, comes in here and says N-word. Every single day. Then he gets
I think I banned that guy too.
Yeah, he comes in every day. We see him tomorrow again.
I could be. Yeah, I could deal with being Elrond.
Yeah, Elrond. I'd be.
Who would you be? Gimli?
I'd be one of the Nazgul, probably.
Nazgul, really?
I don't know.
Gimli.
Who would I be?
Gimli.
Gimli? Whoa! What the fuck? Why am I Gimli? How do I look like a dwarf? I will be a dwarf?
I was going to say it's because you're ginger, but, you know.
Wow. I will totally
No, I'm
be
kidding. Like
Lurtz of Isengard.
My family has the ginger gene.
Ah, yeah, English. Yeah. There's a chance if your girlfriend has it too, you could actually make more ginger race members.
Yeah, because my girlfriend, not my girlfriend. Oh my god! Oh no, this is going to sound completely wrong. My sister is
Freudian slip. Okay, you listening?
My sister has been like strawberry blonde and ginger her whole life. So, and I get ginger hair in my beard.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. Today we're seeing that you and me are very close. If you probably check our ancestors, one day they crossed each other. That'd
be quite funny if the different lines have somehow met.
Probably a lot of people meet.
But like
these
cousins, lines. fifth removed.
Actually, you're Nazgul because of your screeches.
Well, have you ever had? I think like a lot of people in this chat might need some dating advice.
Yeah.
So that sounds. Sorry, guys. Like when you've been, you met Lisa via Tinder, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever had any like horror stories from online dating?
Yes, not too heavy. I think girls have more horror stories because guys are just, on average, more creepy.
Yeah.
Horror stories. Well, I was always a skinny ginger, so a lot of girls wouldn't even fucking talk to me. So it's hard to get stories. I once had a story. We talk about this today. We call it the fisherman's friend girl. Do you know what fisherman's friend is?
That's like a hard
very
candy,
spicy, very spicy like gum. Yes. Oh, how was that story? So that was years ago. I'm texting with this girl, and I already see on her pictures she's kind of loco. She has like pictures of in underwear and stuff, but an attractive girl, right?
Go on.
But you already know when a girl puts herself in underwear on Tinder, she's either fake or she's bababui. So I talked to her, and it goes really well. We're talking, everything is cool, and she was really like this Berlin girl, tattoos, black hair.
Nice.
Leather pants, and I'm on motorcycles and stuff like that, right? And again, I was still young and dumb, guys. Okay, shut up. And so I'm in my bed one night watching anime, and she suddenly calls me, and I'm like, "What the fuck? We just started texting. What the fuck you calling me?" And she's calling me, and she's on a random. She's on a random bridge somewhere in the industrial district. She's like, "Hey, you want to pick me up?" And I hear she's really drunk, right? And I'm a good guy. I'm like, "No, I'm watching anime. I'm not going. You're a drunk girl." And then it started. So she hangs up, and I'm like, "Okay, that's it." And then it went so crazy. She calls me every 5 minutes. "What the fuck, man? Why are you not coming?" And my brother still till this day makes jokes about Fisherman's Friend because she literally said he still has that on his phone. I could literally, if he was here, he could show it. But everything was done by voicemail. And she literally said, "If you can't handle me, you can't handle Fisherman's Friend." And she calls me all night. "Where are you coming? I'm coming to you. Where do you live? Blah, blah, blah." And that was kind of it, right? I'm just ignoring it. And then for weeks, I had my own little stalker. I would block her everywhere, and she would make a new Facebook account. "Why did you talk to me, huh? I'm not good enough, you fuck." And she would always like try to find where I live and stuff, and I was just really scared. That girl obviously had some drug-related alcohol issue or something, and I was just, oh god, I gotta get out. But yeah, since then, that's the Fisherman's Friend story. If you can't handle her, you can't handle Fisherman's Friend. I think she was making commercials for them or something, I don't know. But that was weird.
Okay, that
but
sounds
never
a bit
really.
Than any...
I think it's harder for males to have horror stories, because yeah. I mean, if a male dates a girl, he's always like, "Nice, woo, I'm dating." Do you have a horror story in online dating?
Hold on 2 seconds. I'm just shutting my door. So
he's getting Fisherman's Friend.
He doesn't hear about any of this.
Hey, it's me, fucker.
Well, just one thing. Well, it's not even bad. It's just cringe. Is like so I don't know. Some of you have been around long enough to remember that in summer 2018, I had a relationship end. So after that, I was just on the dating sites in Canada, and then I was chatting to someone. And she was training to be a hydroelectric engineer, I think. So I thought it would be a good idea to try and talk about the sewer systems of Vancouver as a topic of conversation, and it's safe to say that that didn't go anywhere. So that's a little Rambler top tip. Don't talk about the sewer systems.
Wait, that's your horror story? Talking about the sewer systems?
Well, no, it's not a horror story. It's just saying like what not to do.
I think the problem is that you and me, we are the horror stories for other girls, you know? Sometimes.
No, like, to be fair, I haven't really had any major horror stories. Like, someone I dated for a few weeks sounded like that woman that you're describing.
Yeah.
But except I was thinking with my penis too much, and I just thought, well, hey, let's jump on in.
I think a lot of these dating stories are not horror, but they're, as you just said, they're more likely cringe. A lot of cringe happened during the years, obviously. Lots of cringe. Yeah.
Like, I had a lot more luck dating in Canada than I ever did in the UK, and it's just because of the accent. So, if you have a sexy accent, go to North America, and they will lap it up.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, sometimes you get that foreigner. Like, for example, you with your English accent, that's already, German girls love that. When you are Italian in Germany, hey, I'm Vincenzo, I'm Italian, the German girls, bro, it's over, you're pregnant. Quickly. But German accent is never... No. Like, I felt that in Asia. I was living in China once, right? And they were so into you just because you were a white guy. Yeah. Doesn't matter who you are, how you look like, what your personality is, they were so into you just because you're white.
I had one woman in Canada she wanted me to like read to her because she liked my voice so much.
Yeah, I have actually, dude. Actually, Alex, you have a reading voice. You could literally read books, like audiobooks. I will listen to that, man.
Oh,
yeah, you actually have that. I just realized that you actually have a voice like that.
Reading. Have you ever dated multiple people at the same time?
Depends on dating. For me, dating always has phases. You have the chatting phase, you have the first dating phase, then you have the we had sex phase, blah, blah, blah. I was with multiple girls in the second phase, but I never had sex with multiple. Actually, I did. But I always, like, there was always a reason for it. For example, the other girls, like, I kind of don't want to go deeper with you, Tommy. And then I would go, like, okay, I'm going somewhere else. Like, it wasn't, like, cheating or anything.
That's pretty much, the same here, really.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people still come into my chat and be like, are you a virgin? It's like, what the fuck are you even saying?
Okay. I think people that say that, Yeah. I always have to say this, and it sounds weird, but it's a big compliment to Lisa, my relationship. I'm so happy to have a girlfriend now for many years. I'm so happy to be out of this entire, I gotta get laid, I gotta date. I'm happy I'm out of that.
I went for a phase in Canada where I was just like dating all the time. I think it's just because I didn't really date in the UK much. So in my mid-20s, I went over to Canada and I was just like, oh, hey, spraying it around. You know?
I mean, everybody needs a phase like that. It's totally normal and fine.
I'm definitely out of that phase now. Like I'm like you. I'm very glad to like be in a committed.
Yeah, you have so much more time for, like, when you don't have to. I mean, we're getting older. When you're 24, you should get out there and, you know. But there's so much going on nowadays. Who has time to text a girl for 1 hour and then meet her for a date? And at that time, you could have leveled your character in World of Warcraft and shit. You know, it's such a waste of time.
The Provincial Health Service of British Columbia gave some advice on how to have like sexual encounters with COVID. And one of them was to recommend using glory holes.
What the fuck?
They actually put that on as government advice.
I actually saw that. Like, how to have sex with a prostitute. Like don't breathe into each other's faces and stuff. Yeah. It actually exists. It's actually true.
Like, do doggy, you know.
and wear, man. Fucking weird.
Sorry,
man.
What's this podcast descended to?
I have no idea. And it's just talking. Sorry. It's just talking. I have two friends, and I envy them. I love these guys. I have two friends, right? These are like my best friends. And these guys, they're not asexual. They have sexual feelings, but they never date. They never dated, and they never date. And every time I meet them and we're having a dinner, I'm like, hey guys, you're like 30 now. Don't you ever feel like family and girls? And these two guys, and they're successful. They're good looking. They're not like ugly nerds or something. They could get girlfriends, and they always, like Tony, my second editor, is like that. He's always just like, I don't want to get the stress of women. I just jerk off. I get the poison out, and then I do whatever I want. And I always, man, they have this very niche lifestyle. Like, could you imagine living like that? No, no.
Well, personally, no. Well, I mean, I have been the past 6 months.
Yeah, but involuntarily, yeah.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I could
so.
also never. I always enjoyed the company of a woman. I also enjoyed like when you're younger, you enjoy the company of a woman because of sexual reasons, and then for me later, and probably for you too, you enjoy a woman because of the relationship, the connection. What does love really mean? What does it really mean to build a relationship successfully? And that's really exciting, I think. Yeah, girls are a waste of time. Yeah, kind of. Imagine the glory you could all achieve without girls. Imagine. Lisa's gonna watch this. Lisa, I love you. You know I ain't talking shit. Dude, I have this thing where I know Lisa watches everything I do, so I'm always scared. I'm always, oh, where is she? She's behind me? Don't make that joke, Tommy. I love her. She's beautiful. Yes.
Lisa is lovely.
She is amazing.
I agree.
She is amazing. She's like the nicest. She reminds me of my grandma. She's like, you know, grandmas are these super nice ladies that you know, if heaven exists, they go to heaven. That's what Lisa is, man. She's just this.
Oh.
God damn. I'm going to hell and she's gonna be up there with Jesus dabbing on me. Okay. Well, let's say.
Is this getting put on YouTube?
I think so, yes. If you're against it, obviously not.
No, I'm happy.
But I think so. Again, it's just, I never did this before, just talking. Well, but as feedback always says, and he's right about that, you have to find an end at one point. So, but you said you also wanted to ask questions, so you can now open, let's say, 2 or 3 topics you want to talk about, and then we're going to all log into World of Warcraft.
I don't know, what do you do in your spare time apart from play WoW?
What do I do in my spare time, man? I wake up in the morning. Then I clean the house in a way that Lisa can't complain. Like, she can't come home and say, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Which is alright, right? I clean the house. Then I'm a very bad businessman. I mean, Makoni knows that. I totally procrastinate on all the business stuff. I don't read emails. I don't touch anything. I'm really actually a bad businessman. Then I sit here alone before the stream and just watch YouTube videos and play games. I try to work out. I don't do it enough, though. Then I stream. Then Lisa comes home. We watch Netflix, and then we go to bed. Yeah, that's my day. I don't really have hobbies. Hobbies is really playing games, I guess. What I really enjoy lately is, and this is no diss against Lisa, since Lisa has a job now, there is this free time now in a way that she goes to bed at 9 p.m. And then she goes to bed, she sleeps, and I'm alone in my room like the old days. No stream, no nothing. Just a Coca-Cola, pizza, everything is dark, and I'm just playing games. I'm not even fapping. No, I'm just playing games and watching YouTube, and that is the greatest time for me. I feel so happy in that time.
I think that's normal. Like that's everyone needs time alone. Like, you can't be with someone 24/7.
True.
Like,
depends on how you do that alone time. For me, it's playing games. I could just sit on the couch and read a book. That would annoy me. That would bore me.
Oh, really? No, I love a good book.
I couldn't do that. No, I have too much. I can't read a book. I'm like, why would I read a book? I could fucking be playing games right now. I could be in my room.
I don't know. I just find something like I don't know. I've always loved reading, so it's something about having that linear story, that experience that you can just enjoy.
Yeah, I wish I could read more. I wish I could put my brain onto that.
Have you watched The Last Kingdom on Netflix?
No.
Oh, okay.
That Korean stuff?
No, it's Anglo-Saxon.
Oh no, I didn't watch that. No.
Okay, because I've been reading the books for the past like 12 years, and then the author has just released his last novel on that series. So I'm just reading that one at the moment.
Yeah, I wish I would read more.
Same guy that made Sharp. Have you heard of Sharp?
Sorry, again?
Sharp. Have you heard of Sharp?
Never heard of. No. I mean, I don't know anything about books. I know the Bible, and I know that's about it. I used to read a lot back in the day, fantasy, but not anymore. Yeah, but other than that, that's about it. What I do once a month, I drive to my brother. He lives in a village, man, and we just play FIFA 20. We just play FIFA together. We just have our own little team and just have fun. That's great for me, but that's about it, man. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not much.
Do you have like a big aim in life that you want to achieve?
Well, I will get that best question back to you in a second, so get ready. Big game. There's always, I think there's 2 ways to look at goals. There's the professional goal of a businessman or worker, and the personal goal. And personal goal would be to just have a happy family, 2 or 3 kids, and everybody loves each other and is loyal to each other, and no one is fucks up. And professionally, I think I'm still hungry. I want to say that when I die, I want to say that I was top 50 Twitch. That's still something that still is in me. Like I'm still very hungry there. I still want to make it as a streamer more. I feel like, yeah, that's my goals. Yeah, what are your goals? On both levels.
Oh man, I would like to be content.
Oh wait, let me.
I've always
content is something in
CK.
Content. In a state of peaceful happiness. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, like when you talk about family and stuff, that's the thing. Like I don't know if I'm ever gonna have kids. It's never really been something that I've wanted. I don't know if I'd be a good father. I don't have very good patience. I don't like children normally. So, and I also have problems with like anxiety and other things going on. So, I would find having children extremely challenging, and I don't know if I could handle it really. So, and also like I'm selfish, right? I don't know if I want to give up potentially 30 years of my life looking after some like...
I actually understand that. Obviously these thoughts are in my mind, and maybe another males have that thought too. Yeah, I get that.
So for me, my focus is just at the moment just trying to get to a point where I can just sit down for an hour and just be like, you know, just when you just feel like
Okay, let me ask the question differently. We go into the future 10 years. Yep. Where would you see yourself in the best scenario?
Best scenario, multi-millionaire, living my dream as like a, I don't know, famous actor.
Okay.
Or something, I don't know.
It's a legit answer, why not?
But like, you know, that's just like a stupid dream. Like, it's just in reality, I just want to be in a good place, have security, maybe be mortgage free. Semi-retired by my mid-40s would be pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay.
There's another one. I don't want to. I don't like working to live. I kind of want to. Just. I don't know. I just want to be safe and secure, really.
And would you say right now
Alex
you have that?
Very
right.
defeatist. I'm not defeatist. I'm just tired at the moment. Like Like, when you've been trying to move to somewhere for 3 years and just have constant roadblocks thrown at you all the fucking time, and it's been a drain on your resources mentally, financially, and just time, it's just, I'm just in a frustrating point in my life at the moment.
But I know it's going to get better. It's going to get better, Alex.
Once I'm in a more, I guess, like, secure place, and I can actually settle somewhere, then I can actually start thinking more about what I want to achieve.
Okay.
Oh, and get a dog. I want a dog.
Oh, what kind of dog? What breed?
My perfect one would just be a nice Labrador. You know,
Labrador. That's these guys. Labrador. Ah, yeah. I see you as a dog person. I see that.
I don't like tiny dogs that are the size of cats.
Yeah, I get that.
They're pointless. I actually want like a medium-sized dog that's happy and, you know, take it out for walks and hikes and stuff.
I see you as a dog person. Yeah, at least I want to get a cat. I don't know, fucking cats, dude.
Cats can be really nice, Tommy. Like they can be nice.
I don't think I don't know. I don't want to take care of animals. It's like the way you think about children, I think about animals. I don't have time for this shit. What the fuck?
No children. Oh, here we go. Here's a chat warrior. No children, but he wants a dog. I spend time for a dog, but a child. What a loser.
Well, but you should know after all this time that
Can
guy...
I ban him?
I mean, no, because you need to learn that this guy doesn't matter in your life. And you know that.
He doesn't.
Yeah. Dude, that's
Banning
something...
makes me feel nice, though.
That's also something that I think about a lot, or is a lot of my life, that chat. How do you handle chat? How much do you reveal? How much do you let go through? Chat has the ability to make me mad IRL, and I think about this stuff a lot. How do you handle the chat? This is something I think about a lot.
Like, because I know that from your perspective, when you've said you wanted kids, you want to like carry on the family line and stuff like that. But and to a certain extent, I've had that opinion too. But if I'm just having a kid just to make sure my last name passes on, it's like, yeah.
I understand, but I don't have that. I see myself as a human being. I love to make experiences. I think that we're all gonna die one day and go to the eternal void. You only have one life, and I have this opinion about life that you should make experiences. Like if you tell me, hey Tommy, you want to go skydiving with me? I will probably say yes, because I want to make experiences. And I think for me personally, one of the biggest experiences.
You want to go skydiving, Tommy?
Sure. I will literally
Oh
fly
my
to
God, could you imagine if we did that together?
What? Easly. I will literally fly to
would
you
have a
next
heart
week.
attack, I think.
Hey, we should. Hey, just say the word. Coming over. What was I saying? What was I saying? Fuck. That I want to have the experience of what does it feel like to raise a human being? What does it feel like to? What does this entire thing feel like? That's also a big drive for me with children. What does that feel like? That's how I think about life. I always think about stuff. What does that feel like? I want to feel that if it's good.
For me, I don't know if I have the same reaction, because like I think about it, and all I get is like, I don't want to do it. Like, you know, driving a kid to school. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too selfish of a person.
No, everyone has their own opinion and own style. You don't have to feel bad for that. That's just your own decision. Maybe we live in this. Lisa and her girlfriends talk about that. We still nowadays live in this conservative world where the parents of girls, once the girls are like late 20s, the parents are like, when are you pregnant? When you're getting your children? This is something that Lisa and her girlfriends have a lot. Like, why are you not pregnant yet? When you're getting married? And everyone has their own opinion on this. Everybody has their own time if they don't want to do it. No pressure, man. Who are they to tell you what to do? So that's totally fine.
That's true. Yeah, I just have to do what's right for me, really. Adoption. I'm not adopting anyone from chat. No.
If I had to adopt someone from chat, it would probably be... Bruh, there's just no one.
Why you no baby? That's the thing. Like, it's still in society. If you're not wanting kids, you're ostracized. It's like just let people live how they want to live. If they have kids, they have kids. If they don't,
very true, very true.
Then no, it doesn't harm anyone else.
I get that when I get the standpoint of grandparents that want to see their line going on and see grandchildren, that they are a bit pushy towards their own children to have children. I get that in a way. That makes sense somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey son, well, you're gonna get a fucking kid soon or what? I want to be a granddad. Yeah.
It's also like, I guess another thing, like, we don't know what the world is going to look like in 50 years.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's a big question that, it's a big question that Westerners and millennials are asking. Do I want to put a child still in this world? Yeah.
Whereas, like, I don't know, I would like a dog, because I think that dogs are really nice.
Yeah, why not?
Handle having a dog.
Sure, man.
So,
why not?
I don't know. That's my opinion. Like, you know, if you want to have kids, if you want to have a massive family, do it. But I don't understand why people have 8 kids and but they're not financially secure, so they start pumping them out at 16 years old with no financial plan. It's like you need to be in a secure situation to raise children, I think.
Yeah, but that's because we have the mindset to be clever enough to understand that a lot of these people, like in Germany and the UK, probably are just uneducated people that don't think that far. They just pump it out, they don't use condoms, they get the benefits, and that's it. That's like where I live. There was a lot of families like that, because these women knew every kid gives them 400 euros, just get kids, and you're going to be fine for 18 years.
Your mother also wants to make the experience of being a grandmother. But why would I have a kid for someone else? If I want a kid, it should be it's got nothing to do with anyone else apart from me and my potential partner or wife. Like, so what if my parents would want me to have grandkids? If it's not right for me, it's not right for me. Yeah,
fully true.
Yeah. So it's like the people in chat are worrying about what other people will think, but like, you know, it's do it for you, not for anyone else. Don't do it. Don't have a kid for the wrong reasons.
And tell the child to subscribe to Alex the Rambler and TommyKay. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Do you think you'll still be making content in 20 years?
That's a good question. I think you cannot know. If you would ask Tommy 5 years ago, do you think you're going to be a Twitch streamer one day? He would have laughed. He would have slapped me.
Sorry, if you don't have kids, you die alone. Don't be fucking stupid.
Don't listen. Don't read that.
Oh god.
Don't read that.
Sorry, continue with what you're saying, Tommy.
I forgot though.
I'm closing chat now. I
think that content creation is a new meta. It's something new in society, and it's going to grow more. I think that people like us, or let's say a Lyric, a PewDiePie, these people can still make content when they're 40. It's still gonna sell because the audience is gonna grow with them, and I think there's a chance that you can still stream and make YouTube videos at 40. Question is, do you want that? But I for myself don't see anything else that I could do. I don't have a degree at university. I don't know what else to do when I'm 40. Bokuin once said, I remember having a coffee with Bokuin, and he said, "Tommy, are you dumb? We're gonna rule this entire thing." I'm like, what do you talk about? And Bokuin had this idea, which is very clever, of in many years, successful content creators like ourselves, people that actually made it, could start making agencies that start managing new talent, and you would actually have this thing of, hey, I have experience, I've been in this business 20 years, we can help you. That was a pretty cool idea.
There are already established agencies that do that.
Yeah, that's sure, that's coming.
That's already saturated.
I'm gonna take them over easy.
Okay.
Something I always was interested in. My plan B is if everything will go wrong, I get banned, whatever. I would finish my law studies, and I would actually like to start the meta of content creator lawyers. They already exist. It's a very niche thing, but lawyers that are focused on content creation on YouTube and Twitch, meaning a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers don't know how many rights they have. Look, we don't have a union. We don't have any judges that root for us yet because this is so new. But if one example, if Twitch bans you because you said something, even though you didn't say it, you have a right to go against that. You have a right to get a lawyer, which I think would be an interesting job, to fight that decision. Your employee can't just kick you out like that. There's laws and stuff like that, and that's still a very uncharted territory, which is now starting. YouTubers are starting to sue against bullshit. H3H3, PewDiePie did that. Very interesting. There actually is a YouTuber union now in Germany. Germans, Verdi now has a YouTuber branch. No joke. This is very interesting to me, and I could see myself in that one day. Yeah.
Interesting to see how a YouTuber union would work, though.
Well, it's a connection of organizations where you have lawyers and contacts. If something unlawful happens to you, like, dude, there's so much money involved, right? A video gets demonetized that made thousands of dollars for the wrong reason. You obviously can do something there.
I have that to a certain extent, being part of the Yogscast. So I have like certain legal help and stuff, just being a part of their network.
Do you have like a limited contract with them where you will leave one day, or was it for when you want to go?
I don't know if I would talk about my contract, but it's not like a, it's just a, it's like a yearly thing.
Okay.
So if at any point or even if I wanted to leave before that, then they've said to me before, like just talk to us, and then we can, like, I can pretty much leave whenever I want if I wanted to, but it gives me a bit of the social aspect that I don't really get day to day. So, like, if I join them for a stream once a week, it's quite nice. Or if without Corona, I've been down to their offices in Bristol and like hung out with them and gone for meals and stuff. So it just makes you feel a little bit more connected to a group of people, almost like colleagues in a way.
Yeah, I get that. Sure, I get that. I've always felt that all the Paradox people should make their own organization, man, and like take over and become stronger together and stuff.
Who would there be in that, do you think?
Who would that be? What creators?
Yeah.
Well, obviously you would have like a flagship, right, with the big names, like you, Feedback, ISP, Bokuin, or something. This is a dream talk here, and then you would have smaller ones, and you could like. The question is, what will an organization like this help you with? Well, studies show, right, if YouTubers and content creators work together, it boosts their views a lot. And if like an organization will come together, collabing, having events together, that boosts viewership hard. That was always like a little dream thing I had, but I never,
It would take that would take a lot of time to manage. Like,
yeah, it will.
You would need staff.
Alex, if you ever need a hug, let me know.
But I see that now with I follow a Twitch streamer called Asmongold. You ever heard of him?
I've heard of him. I don't watch him.
He's a huge World of Warcraft streamer, very big, and he now built an organization in World of Warcraft around this because. But here's the thing: these people make so much money on Twitch. They have the money for staff and graphickers and all that shit. They have the money to make their own organization. In Paradox, it's still, I mean, Paradox made a lot of content creators very fortunate, I think. But yeah, who knows? Band of Brothers, one day. Or we just have a fucking swinger club or some shit, I don't know.
Do you like Lord of the Rings, by the way?
The fuck is this question? What?
The films?
Obviously, yes.
Okay, alright.
What the fuck? I have a controversial opinion about... Here we go, man. I'm saying it because I believe in it. I read them. I think the Lord of the Rings books are not that good.
Okay.
There we go. I think the first one is great, but... For example, the greatest example is always The Two Towers. The book is so boring compared to the movie. The Battle of Helm's Deep is nothing. It's a joke. It's like one page. It's super...
Well, I think that's intentional. Tolkien didn't like writing about the battles.
Yeah, I don't know. In my
because of his experiences in World War I or something.
Yeah. In my opinion, the books, I could never get into them. I don't know. Maybe when I'm older now, I could get more into them. But yeah.
Are you looking forward to the 4K remastered editions? That's been announced recently.
Oh,
it's
really?
It's going to be a 4K, 4K Blu-ray coming out.
This brings me back to the child thing, because I'm planning to watch certain movies with my children one day. Like, I don't watch Lord of the Rings ever again until I have a child to watch it with, in a weird way. To kind of like keep it fresh for me. You know, the longer you don't watch old movies, the more cool they're gonna be when you rewatch them.
One film I really want to rewatch is the extended edition of Kingdom of Heaven. That is
with Orlando Bloom.
The theatrical edition is meh, but the extended edition is one of my favorite films.
I don't remember.
It's great.
It's about the Crusades or something. I remember.
Yeah, made by Ridley Scott.
Let me ask this question. I love this question. I'm a big movie freak. What's for you? What's for you personally the best movie of all time, and what do you think, factual on paper, is the best movie of all time? I love that question. It shows so much.
I have to pick one, do I?
Yes. He's gonna pick Titanic.
I haven't seen all the movies, so I...
Well, of the ones you've seen. Of the ones you've seen.
What would be my favorite movie of all time?
The first Pokemon movie is really good.
I think my favorite movie of all time...
Because I think he's gonna say fantasy. Something fantasy.
I was gonna say Return of the King.
And is that your answer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good answer. Return of the King is amazing. Still to this day, when he says you bow for no one and everybody bows down to the hobbits, I still have tears in my eyes, dude.
Yeah. I've never actually cried in any film.
What?
Or any kind of media. Like,
I've never seen what? Yeah. Like when you're younger and you watch Titanic? Or come on, Gladiator?
Didn't care. Like, well, I enjoyed the movies and I enjoyed the experience, but I've never cried.
You did not cry in the final scene of Gladiator?
No.
Jesus, holy shit, this man is heartless. You want a Labrador? What the fuck?
What?
Jesus.
I need a Labrador to mend my broken heart.
Damn. Well, as I got older, I also don't cry anymore. But back in the day when I cried like in certain scenes.
Like I enjoyed it. Like I feel things, but I've cried a lot in my life, but just never watching any media.
Oh, I get that. I almost cried in a movie 2 weeks ago. I think I almost actually cried. It was called My Octopus Teacher on Netflix. That shit was so fucking sad, man. Oh my god.
What's that?
It's I'm gonna spoil now. If you don't want to listen, turn it off.
Crying is normal. Crying is being alpha. You're in touch with your emotions.
Totally true. Crying is totally normal. Oh, Jesus. Some idiot is wasting money.
What happened?
1 sec, there's a big donation that is way too loud. Jesus Christ.
Let me help you a little, just because.
Thank you, Bongo Lollipop, for the $100. I'm talking to someone here. That's very rude of you. Fuck you, $100, okay?
Can I have half for being in the podcast?
Sure, I will send you half. No problem.
No, I'm kidding. Don't do
Well,
that.
I will do that.
No, I'm joking. Keep
Thank you so much, Bongo Lollipop. I don't really want to react to stuff like that on the podcast, but obviously that's a lot of money. Thank you very, very much, dude. Thank you very much.
Spend it on Lisa.
No, I still owe you a lot, man. Dude, I'm a very loyal guy. I never forget.
No, you don't owe me anything, Tommy. Like
no, fuck you. I never forget this. Dude, I'm from the ghetto. I'm from the fucking East Drummond ghetto. You were the guy that once gifted me Stellaris. I never forget that, Alex. And you're getting that shit back. Wait, didn't I donate $100 to you like 2 months ago?
You did, yeah.
Oh, I forgot that.
Don't worry about it.
Like, but that's not enough. Yeah, you will see. You
don't owe me anything, Tommy.
No. All these people that helped me in the beginning, they will get everything back 10 times.
You drove your own success. Like, I might have sent a few viewers over to you, but you're the one that got to stick around.
You'll see. What were you talking about? Thank you for the 100. I'm sorry if I'm not reacting up, but I want to talk to Alex here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. What were we talking about?
I needed to give you my objectively the best film ever made.
Sounds
yes, and you said Return of the King.
Well, no, that was my favorite movie.
Okay, and on paper, what do you think is the best movie the human race has ever made?
Oh God, I'm gonna say something stupid though, and it's just I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, but I can't. It's just dumb. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something like in terms of like sci-fi. I was gonna say something like something in terms of like The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, well, how's that? That's a great answer. Oh wait, he's donating again. Someone else. Guys, you're fucking with the podcast here, okay? Alex, I will. We'll talk about this afterwards. I will ship you some, obviously.
No, you don't. I don't need any money.
I will just send it to you. You can't stop it.
No, I was joking though. I can refund it. So just don't.
Well, I'll put it in your fucking brief box. Thank you, Kaiser Lucas, for 100, and fuck you. Fuck you guys. I don't know how to turn alerts off. I don't know how to do that. I'm a shit streamer. Jesus Christ. Thank you very much. The Empire Strikes Back is an amazing answer.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it as a kid, but when I watched it as an adult,
it's a very good answer.
The cinematography is fantastic.
Very good answer.
Yeah, I mean, there are loads of fantastic films, and I haven't really mentioned a lot of them. But
that's true. It's mostly about this personal array. Wait, what movie touched you the most? For me, it's always Fight Club. Fight Club has shook me up as a kid, man. The fucking Tyler Durden character. I've probably seen Fight Club 50 times, man. I could watch the movie every day.
What movie touched me? Well, clearly nothing really, because I'm a robot. I need to have a look through my collection of movies. Give me a sec. It's all my stuff's in storage because I don't.
The Boomercast having a DVD collection. Thank you for the donations, guys. Thank you very much. You don't know to do that. You know that, you fucking idiots. Thank you. I didn't like 1917. I watched that last week. 1917 was not that super crazy, man. You talked about Fight Club, mission failed. 1917 is not that crazy, in my opinion. Fuck off, man. Fuck you.
Okay, so the first 4 films that I picked up that just happened to be at the top of my storage thing was The Last Samurai by Tom Cruise.
K-E-K.
With
Last
Tom
Samurai,
Cruise,
yeah.
Sorry. V for Vendetta. 7.
7 is ridiculous. That's a good
and
movie.
Serenity, because I loved Firefly. So
I never watched. People love Firefly. I never watched it.
Oh, do you like sci-fi?
It needs to be good. It doesn't need. It can't be cringy. For example, and I'm gonna trick a lot of people here. Something like Stargate. That's a bit cringy to me, with the fucking weird thing on the forehead and we are the Goa'uld. I like realistic sci-fi in a way. Like you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it is real. I guess they've made it realistic in a way that they expected that the USA and China would become the dominant powers of the world. So China, like they speak a lot of Chinese. Well, the actual pronunciations are apparently really terrible, but the main languages in Firefly are English and Chinese.
I'm into sci-fi games. I always hope they one day do a good sci-fi game again, but there's nothing really out there. Have you ever played EVE Online in your life?
No, the only that sci-fi MMO I've played is the Old Republic.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I've also got the Lord of the Rings extended editions. I've got the Kingdom of Heaven extended edition. I don't know, I don't have that many movies anymore.
I mean, you have some. I don't have any movies. I have one movie. I have one movie. And that movie, dude, if you ever ask what movie has influenced me the most in my life. Wait, where is it? Huh? Oh. It's this bad boy. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, 300's a great film.
That movie, man. Yeah. I remember this movie was so important to me. I was the skinny dude who got bullied all day. And then I watched this movie about these Spartans that take no shit. And then I started working out, man. And I was like, fuck this. The next one that bullies me gets a fucking Spartan kick, dude. Fucking that movie is so good. Goddamn.
I've never seen Fight Club.
Whoa! Alex, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I've never seen it. Is it worth watching?
Bro, I might fucking just out the floor right now. Are you kidding me?
No, I've never seen it.
Do you know the spoiler? What happens?
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about
Holy
the film
shit,
at
you're the
all.
most privileged guy ever. I envy you. You have the ability to watch Fight Club and you do not know the plot twist. I feel
now I know
so
there's
good
a plot
for you.
twist.
What?
So I'm going to be... Now I know there's a plot twist. If I watch it,
There is a plot twist, but hey, don't look at chat. Don't look at chat.
No, I've closed it.
Wow.
'Cause I know that they were gonna...
envy you that you can still watch it. Hey, watch it tonight. Are you kidding me? Fight Club is the greatest movie ever. Jesus. Wow, imagine not knowing Fight Club. That shook me, man. Ay.
What's some other like iconic films that I might not have seen?
There's a lot. I always talk about a secret movie that I think is amazing. You would love that, and that's Edge of Tomorrow. That's always like a secret
I've
I
seen
pull
that.
out. That's
That was a good
really
film.
good.
That was a good film.
Oh man. The thing is, over the years, it shifted all into TV shows. I'm more like a TV show guy. I think there's TV shows I've seen that are so much... They're just on such a high level that movies might not even keep up with that anymore. No? Hallo Lisa!
Heute Theater, ne?
Ja?
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Bin ich fast vergessen.
Do you have a question for Alex the Rambler?
Ich hab grad Stress.
Oh, she's stressed.
Du hast den Hering nicht gegessen?
Ja?
Dann heute Abend keine Quesadilla, sondern genug Pasta da.
Okay.
Wir müssen 18:45 meine Mutter abholen.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to the theater tonight. So after this, no more World of Warcraft chat. I'm sorry. We're going to the theater.
What are you watching?
The God of... you know that. It's everywhere. The God of... It's where parents sit in a room and they complain about their children being idiots. It's a really big thing. It's in every theater. Trust me, in the theater where you live, it's also there.
Theaters are closed in the UK.
Oh, well, then you're fine.
Yeah.
How do you say? There was a movie about it with Christoph Waltz and shit.
I don't know.
The God of... I don't fucking know.
Small Things?
Gott des Gemetzels.
No.
It's German, but they played it everywhere.
Oh.
The God... I don't know. Oh, that means I can't play World of Warcraft today. Oh, God. Jesus. But yeah, movie... It's more about the TV shows. I'm really impressed. Dude, back in the day, like you talk about actor, I was back in the day really interested in directing, movie making. I never wanted to be one of them. I was just interested. And I think till this day that there's some TV shows out there that when you put everything together, writing, editing, acting, casting, there's TV shows that have reached the highest of levels that some movies could only dream of, which is like The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and stuff like that. Yeah.
I've never seen The Sopranos either.
Alter, was ist mit dem? Alex! Jesus Christ! In my opinion, this is a bit personal, Sopranos is you either love it or you hate it. But for me personally, The Sopranos is the greatest thing ever made. Chat knows this, I talk about it every day, I'm the biggest nerd. If you pulled everything together that makes a movie or a TV show, The Sopranos is the greatest thing we have ever achieved. Goddamn, no, dude, I envy you, Alex, that you still can watch these things.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just never really a big. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't a big thing.
Yeah, I watched The Sopranos years later too. I never knew what it is. The Sopranos, actually, I'm watching a podcast about The Sopranos. The Sopranos was made in 1997 till 2002 or something, and they have more viewers now than they had back in the day because they're all watching it on video on demand during Corona now. Yeah.
That's the same. Like I think one of my favorite TV series is Star Trek: Deep Space Nine.
I never watched Star Trek.
And it was never really appreciated when it was first aired because a lot of their stories, it was the first time a Star Trek series had storylines that would cross over multiple seasons.
Huh.
So it was more about like politics and war and stuff like that.
I remember
and it's had like a second wave of popularity now since it's been on Netflix.
Man, I always thought I would need to watch that. My dad, as a kid, I was always playing. My dad watched it. There was this woman, Captain Janeway.
Oh, what? She was a good captain, but the show was terrible. Star Trek Voyager was like, it's not.
Well, Patrick Stewart was one of the guys, right?
Oh yeah.
And then that's it. And my dad always used to watch a thing called Andromeda, where Kevin, the guy who played Hercules, was the commander, and that was so cringe I could never watch that. Like when something has bad CGI, I just can't watch it, man.
No, when I go back to Canada, I imagine I'll be continuing my watch through of
again,
Xena Warrior Princess with the lady.
Okay, let's do one final question because apparently Lisa needs my help already. And okay. I mean we talked a long time, but I have one question.
We've chatted.
I like this question. So you talk about acting and you like acting and stuff.
Yep.
What role in what movie will be your favorite role to play? If God comes down from heaven and says, Alex, we're gonna reshoot this movie and you can choose any role you want in it, which one would that be? I like that question.
Oh.
That's an actor question.
Oh man. I
would be Ron
don't know,
Weasley in
that's
Harry
like
Potter.
You'd be what? You'd
I'd be
Ron
Ronald Weasley in
I don't know, someone like it's dumb though.
The Joker?
It's just like a minor role. Maybe someone like oh yeah. I would love to play the Joker from The Dark Knight. That is one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. The Dark Knight.
That's a really good
Yeah.
name, yeah. That's
I would love to be the Joker in The Dark Knight. Any kind of villain, I would love to be a villain.
You'd be like a good British Bond villain. Hello, sir. Quite splendid. I'm British. Yeah,
Please wait while I tell you my entire plan.
Okay, that's you have to answer this. Then who is your favorite villain role? Who was the best villain for you that you also could see yourself playing?
Well,
is that the Joker?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Or maybe
Did you ever hear my
someone,
Bane, Alex?
Yes, I've heard your Bane.
Yes, he's amazing, right? Yeah.
Oh!
What is that? Come on.
I can't do it. But no, like even being an admiral, maybe like Grand Moff Tarkin from Star Wars, or the Wedge, maybe
Moff?
Wedge the X. Huh?
Who?
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Grand Moff Tarkin. Who's that?
He's a Grand Moff Tarkin from A
what
New Hope.
movie?
Star Wars: A New Hope. He orders the destruction of Alderaan.
Yeah. I know who you mean. Yeah.
Or the admiral of the Super Star Destroyer.
Now I know.
Intensify forward firepower. I don't know. Or being Wedge Antilles, the X-wing pilot. Or Boba Fett. Yeah, Boba Fett. I'd be Boba Fett.
So it sounds like you enjoyed The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian was good. Much better than the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was never a huge Star Wars guy, but I think we all can agree that these last 3 movies are just... I remember some weeks ago I looked at your stream and you played one of my favorite games ever, Star Wars Jedi Academy. Yeah. That was a fucking game.
Cool, that was months ago. That was almost a year ago that I streamed that.
Really? Oh man, time is running. Anyway, my friend, is there anything you would like to add?
No, thanks for having me on.
God damn, this was I hope you enjoyed it.
Of Boomercast.
We really talked, dude. I love this. Great, man. This is great. Just talking. But yeah, apparently I have to get dressed now and go to the theater. I wanted to play World of Warcraft. Jesus. Anyway, goddamn, Alex, the motherfucking Rambler gentleman. That was him. Check out his channels, mainly YouTube, which is youtube.com/Alex the Rambler, right?
No, the Rambler 146.
The Rambler 146. How did you come up with the 146?
It's what YouTube gave me. The Rambler was already taken.
And that's how it's made, man. Show some support to Alex. All social media accounts. Is there? You're not on Twitter, are you? I don't see you on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I've got more followers than you, mate.
But I never see you post anything.
Maybe you've muted me.
What? Twitter.com? Wait. We're making commercial. Alex the Rambler. I follow you. Wait, do I? Yeah, I follow you. I never see you.
Yeah, you follow me. Yeah, I tweet, but it's the algorithm. Doesn't want you to.
Yeah, I only get like Trump tweets all the time.
Oh God.
Thank you for the approval rating. Thank you. Yeah, he dapped on me. More followers than me. YouTube, other than that, he streams on Twitch. I very much think his streams are good. As he said before, he's just chilling out there, no stress, just having fun, man. Yeah, what do you play right now on Twitch? You always play something different.
I'm playing some Among Us.
We just played that together.
I played Freedom Fighters recently. That was a great game. Crusader Kings 3, although I'm kind of getting a bit bored of that.
I wonder why.
I like playing RPGs. I did a New Vegas playthrough recently.
Did you manage it?
Yeah.
Zero deaths. If you die, you have to restart.
I died in the last 10 minutes of the game. So I just cheated and just kept on playing. I couldn't be bothered to redo it all.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Imagine playing it for 20 hours though, and then just the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, there's some people that play Fall Guys for 16 hours and still don't get a single win.
I've only had one win on Fall Guys.
Oh, and there's
Now,
one more
now,
than I
now I
have.
feel that the pressure is done. Like as soon as I
Um,
got that one win, I was like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I also have a win. It was stolen from me though by cheats.
If you wanna do a Fall Guys stream one day, let me know. I'll join you.
Sure, I have a 24-hour stream soon, and you can just tell me, hey, because season 2 is out, right? Season 2, hey, totally easy. Hey, I would love to.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
thanks very much for having me
thank
on,
you so
Tommy.
much for being
Appreciate
here,
it.
Alex. I love you, bro. I say it all the
Love you
time.
too.
All the best, and I can't wait to hear from you again. Thank you so much, my dude.
Oh no, my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Gentlemen, that was Alex Rambler on the first edition of the Boomercast. I hope you enjoyed it. We're not trained to do this shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, but that was fun. I just enjoy talking to these interesting people. To me, these people are all very interesting. Alex, the fucking stories, what they've went through to go where they are. Focus. Hello, focus. That was really, really cool. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I already have to call it you today because I'm going to the theater. That means we're gonna get level 15 World of Warcraft tomorrow, and then we are gonna do the Kurdistan achievement as Germany. That's gonna be fun. Don't forget to follow Alex Rambler on all his social media channels. I enjoyed it, guy. Dude, you listen to him. It's just one click for you. Support these people, man. We're all working our ass off for this shit. We're getting overpaid, that's for sure. But show some support to the boys. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you again for the fucking donations, Kaiser and Bongo. You guys are crazy. I'm sorry if I didn't react enough, but I wanted to show respect to the guest. I see you guys tomorrow. Full stream. I love you. I know you're watching, Alex. I love you too. Alex, I legit mean it. I see you as a friend.
It's okay.
I feel like if I ever have problems in life, I could come to you. And the same for you if you ever... Yeah, also, we're gonna talk about something afterwards. And all the best, guys. See you tomorrow. Very excited. Level 15 World of Warcraft and Kurdistan. Bye-bye.